What's good, YouTube? It's Tuesday. It's around about 10-ish. Always late, but sounding great.
10:30.
Always around that time. Anyway, it's never a foul. It's your boy, Double A, right here. That guy over there is
Your boy Daps.
MCFC Daps. Means one thing then, on a Tuesday around 10, it's time for a City United. This is where two legacy Manchester United and Manchester City fans chop it up for a little bit, talk the past, the present, and the future of our great clubs, would you say? I mean, United are a great club. City are a
City were a beautiful club, mate.
Up and coming.
Well,
I'm not saying I never talked about the looks. Never talked about the looks. Just saying. Would you say City are a great club? You know, would you say City are a great club?
They are a great club.
They're a great.
Say the best.
They're a well-run club. Would you say they're a great club though? That's where it gets sticky. But that's what we're here to talk about. Define great. What, you know, are they? In terms, they're a great team, but club. I mean,
are you?
Would you put them in the top 10 clubs ever in like the world?
You sound so Liverpool vibes right now.
I'm just saying. It's just a question. No, I'm not saying.
Tell me about your past. Tell me about your amazing history.
About history. I know you've got history. This is what I'm not saying that. I know.
No. I'm intrigued about your amazing as a club. You're so amazing. Tell me about your history. I'm so intrigued to hear about it.
I'm just saying, can you tell me anything pre-2008? That's what you ask. I know you can. I'm just saying. In the top, would you class them as a great club? I don't know.
Steve in the comments straight away.
I'm glad he's here. I'm glad he's checking us out. Yeah, we have, Steve. We have. We won 4-0.
Do you know what,
our B team battered their A team.
Hold on. No, calm down. That first half was your all-star team, bro. That was the best possible team.
Yeah. And they had their best team out and got spanked.
Second half, go.
Hey, it's the same thing, isn't it? It's the same thing.
All right, cool. So when we beat you 6-1, you can't say, but a couple of the goals were late. Because
you won't be. You did. You scored 5 in the last 5 minutes.
But what I'm saying is, you put out your big hitters. Got a couple early doors. But you know what? I did a stream earlier. So I went on Montz's stream earlier, right? To it was Montz, Cass, and me, and I said, you know what? I'm here as the the referee, right? And I was on there. I was fully going on there to get Liverpool. But so quickly, the minute you hear a United fan trying to grow some sort of chest, it's like, whoa. Calm down, mate. Calm down. But it was just funny watching them.
Squirm.
It was, you know what it was like. I had a few Liverpool fans message me because I posted 1 or 2 things on.
I saw.
And I had 1 or 2 Liverpool fans messaging me saying, you know what, I don't even care. And I was like, well, you don't. But if you won, you would have. If you won, you would have. You would have cared massively. Like all of a sudden, you don't want to spend the rest of the day on Twitter now because you lost. But it's always going to be that, innit? If you're playing one of your rivals.
It's a pre-season game. It meant absolutely nothing. United still looked terrible in certain parts of the game. You know, a lot of improvement. We won 4-0, but you can't. I mean, if anyone's taking it serious or an indication of how the season's going to go, let's not forget what Van Gaal did against Real Madrid when he battered him and nothing happened there. So, any United fan getting excited, especially about certain players scoring goals, which we both know Daps, need to kind of rein it in. But Steve,
I don't know who you're talking about.
Before, I will be going to the trophy parade that we have for this massive trophy because we are a massive, great club, unlike City. So there you go. Before we go any further, if you are new here or you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Dropping a like on the video. We want to see those likes going up straight away, guys.
Absolutely.
Get involved in the chat. It's already quite lively. Hello to everyone. Eric, good evening, sir. It's good to see you. Big Solo. Sir Timo Werner's in the house as well. So, big up everyone.
Timo Werner.
Also, Sid. Hello, Sid. It's good to see so many live there. But I'm looking forward to the show tonight.
Yeah, I am. Timo, can you confirm? Have you been a subscriber of Never a Foul going back like a year and a half? It is who I think it is. Just confirm that. I want to know because we had a Timo Werner very early doors. There's been a few things tonight as well. By the looks of it, Chelsea have signed Koulibaly apparently, or that's close to being done.
let's not talk about the fact that United could have got him £30 cheaper than what they bought. I was no, what £30 million. I think it was like £10 million cheaper than what they bought Maguire for.
Maguire for.
Yeah, let's not talk about that. But that's a good sign. Is he still as good as he was?
That's a question. That is a question.
A couple of years older. Has he been at that same level? But we'll see. But yeah, you're right, Sir Timo. It is my moment. United, I won't say the back, but yeah, it's good. It's good to see so many Liverpool fans and United fans blow this way out of proportion on Twitter today. That was quite fun for me.
That's what I was going to say. Thunderrod on his BlackBerry. You know what? Hold tight, all the BlackBerry users. I think BlackBerries are officially done now. I think from what I'm aware of. Yeah, Werner, it was you, and I know what you're talking about, bro. Yeah. Right. So before we get into the main topic of tonight's conversation, firstly, keep those likes coming, please, people. Let's get those likes to 30 as quickly as possible. But we do need to talk on today's game because it was the first game under Ten Hag.
Yeah.
And it wasn't right. I said this on the stream earlier. Who needed to win it more? And it was United. You know. Right. Bro, no, come on.
Listen to what I'm saying. Nice. No. I'll tell you how I see it. Yeah. So obviously it's pre-season, so wins are not important. What was important for United is that we shown some sort of style of play and confidence, playing the way the manager wants us to play. That was more important than us winning because it means nothing. Just like them winning 4-0 means nothing because they battered us 9-0 in the season where it matters most. It's nice to get the win, and it's nice that we scored 4 and they didn't reply. That's always nice. It's nice to see Sancho get on, Fred with a nice little goal. Even Martial bagging one is good to see. Also a youngster getting a goal. But second half was a dead. I don't say a dead rubber, but there was just nothing there. There was no fluidity, and I think obviously there was far too many changes. But the first half, there was some, I'm going to say, signs of encouragement. It wasn't great. I wasn't overly impressed. There was a few players who are still terrible. McTominay being the main one.
Yeah, I've heard that already. Yeah,
running away from the ball, not taking the ball off the centre backs. He cannot play in a quality side. He's not a quality player. And I don't know. I said it's quite harsh what I said in the group, but he has no redeeming qualities for me other than
You know what? I knew you weren't on him from. I heard a speech one time, and admittedly, I don't know that much about Man United, but I heard a speech of him one time, and I liked it, but that was because I felt it was everything that Maguire should be doing, and that's why I was like, you know what? Maguire should ultimately fair play that he's stepping up and taking some. Like I always remember when England had that really bad Euros or whatever it was. Joe Hart came out and did the interview and was like, it wasn't good enough. I kind of like I like that, but straight away you were like, nah, passion merchant, not hearing it, dickhead. No. Like so, I know your opinions on it. Now, if I could talk on a few people for your team, firstly, Baye. I've heard that Baye had a good game.
He played well. He did Eric Bailly things that Eric Bailly does when he leads you into this false sense of security that he can be the centre back we all wanted him to be. A lot of United fans think he should go now. I would probably listen. I hate Maguire, so I'd have him ahead of Maguire. That tells you how much I hate him. But if he could stay fit, Maguire, he could he could be an absolute brilliant centre back, and he does things no other centre back does. He thinks it's five-a-side to some of the shit that he comes out with.
You know what? So my thoughts on Baye is me and Ty had a conversation on Baye 2 years ago, literally 23 months ago. No, 22 months ago to be exact, when we first started Never Fail, right? And the debate we were having is he was talking up Baye.
Yeah.
And I was basically saying what you're saying, is I could say about I could very easily say about John Stones, right? Because John Stones, John Stones is a great defender, a really, really good defender. But at that point, because remember, he hadn't had his season with Diaz, I said it's kind of getting to a point now where if we see him missing as many games, it's like, do you know what? And I know people get injuries, but also why? Look, you have to look a bit, why is your fitness not being kept, right? And when you're looking at defenders in particular who have to move as a unit, you can't have people coming in and out. Like
no.
John Stones went on to have it, and since then, now, I think this season is going to be huge for him because we've already seen by the pictures and the videos of the training that it's a lot more intense than the United lot are used to.
100%.
It's like Klopp when Klopp joined Liverpool. It's very intense.
Yeah.
Certain players definitely got muscular injuries, but it kind of was like, this is the way you have to be to play my style of football. Now, here's a thought: do you reckon under Ollie your team even warmed up, bro?
I think they all went in and started playing ping pong for half an hour and then went back home. I don't think they did anything.
I feel like this could go either way for Bailly. It could be that by the time the first game of the season hits, he's already going to get muscular strains everywhere. Or alternatively, it could go the other way, and he could actually get used to having to run and put a shift in, and it could go the other way. So that was the first one, because I think we all know he could be a good defender.
I think he's got all the attributes to be a great defender, obviously, other than being able to stay healthy, and that's what's hindered him through his whole United career. I personally really love him. I think, he does put your heart in your mouth sometimes with some of the stuff he does, especially in his own box, but that's what I like. That you need something a bit different. He's not the same old. I'd like to see him with Varane. Be interesting to see how they will play together.
Yeah.
I think he might calm him down a little bit, that steady head and that steady voice in terms of Varane. So I wouldn't mind seeing that partnership at some point. But I like him. I'd like to keep him. Personally,
look, I think it's the same as Stones. Everyone would say before Stones had his season of fitness, it was like, if Stones is fit, we believe in him. It's just his fitness. Now, the next one I want to talk on is Fred.
Yeah.
And I think Fred this season is a really interesting one to watch, because before you got him, we wanted him, right? Yeah. Pep wanted him. So before Rodri, it was Jorginho. Before Jorginho, it was Fred. So for Pep to want a player, he must have seen something in him. Now, since then, you have Mourinho, who maybe isn't one of the best coaches, and then you had Ollie. So it's quite an interesting one to see how Fred plays as well, because if Pep's seen something in him, I honestly think there must be something there.
Yeah.
And he had a good game.
Listen, Fred's shown in flashes. He's got quality. He's constant in the Brazil team. Went to the last World Cup with him. Won the Copa America with him. Very likely to be in the World Cup squad again at the end of the year. I personally like him. The problem with Fred is he's been asked to do something that he cannot do, and that's play at number 6 or the base in a double pivot. He's always been at 8, box to box, not real massive defensive responsibilities, because he does lack that sometimes concentration, but he can pass the ball when he's confident. And he can score the occasional banger, which he did for Shakhtar. We saw it today. Nice little tidy goal. He does need coaching, but I think he's the type of player that Ten Hag might like, because he's positive, he'll work for you, and he's not going to cause any problems within the squad. I think he's probably well liked.
Yeah, 100%.
Within that changing room. Yeah. I think he'll be a very important squad player. The problem is with United is he's probably going to be more than a squad player, because we don't seem to want to buy midfielders, unfortunately. So
we don't want to seem to buy anyone at the moment.
Well, there is that. So we need 2 midfielders. We're probably going to get 1. So McTominay or Fred are going to be relied on a lot more than they probably should. But I would have him. I'm saying this objectively rather than my personal feelings, but I would have him above McTominay every day of the week.
Yeah, I think, and especially in that role, even more so. I think McTominay is actually better going forward.
Yeah, he's got more technical ability. He's just a better player all around, really. So I'm interested to see the season he has as well, mate. To be honest with you, I think it'll be interesting.
And then I don't want to go through every single player.
I think Shaw
and Rashford were Rashford.
But I think with Rashford, I think it's going to be obviously someone we both know was like, oh, he's shit, blah, blah, blah. And I think he played 20 odd minutes. I think with Rashford, I think United fans need to be very patient. If they're expecting him to come back and click like that and get that form back, they're going to be disappointed. I think some patience is required to him to get back to where he was 2 or 3 years ago, which I think most United fans want for him. But they're just going to have to be patient. And I think I've got some patience with him. He's going to take if he's one of these players that are causing issues and leaking, he's gonna have to earn it back. But I'm not gonna write him off if he doesn't click before we play against Brighton.
I feel like the best thing that could happen with Rashford right now would be that he becomes a squad player, 100%. Not someone that I think I'm not saying for good, but I think at the moment, like we've already seen today, maybe his confidence is still where it was at the end of last season. Let him feel like part of the squad.
Yeah.
Let the team start winning, and then maybe start bringing him in slowly. Because otherwise, if it becomes too much pressure, I don't think he's gonna.
The problem you're probably gonna have though is if you believe the rumors, not maybe him, but his team, his PR team, people around him are the ones that are occasionally leaking stuff. And I think they've built Rashford up to be this face of Manchester United. I think he's one of the ones that wants Ronaldo to go. So if we get Anthony and Ronaldo stays, I would say he would then become a squad player. I don't think he gets ahead of Sancho or Anthony and obviously Ronaldo up top. I don't think Rashford's going to stand for that, and I don't think his people are going to stand for that. And I think if he's not starting, I know he's already been leaking stories out about he's been at Nike headquarters this summer, working hard, doing this. So I think that's all geared up to be like Rashford's going to be starting player again for Man United, going to be the face of United again. So,
all right. So can I ask you a question? Yeah. How do you feel on that?
I agree with you. I think he needs to be eased back in rather than thrown back in, because we've seen when he's thrown back in, or the problem he had with Ollie was that he was played relentlessly, and it's probably been to his detriment.
100%.
But he was playing when he's in really bad form, and you can't play your way out of bad form. You can't play your way into good form. You need a timeout. You need a bit of the time out of the team, sat on the bench, and working your way back when you come back off the bench in games. The problem with that though is, I can think there's 2 games in particular, but there's one I can't remember the second, but one when we played you at the Etihad, and him and Lingard came on, and they were walking around, no effort, didn't look interested. That says far more to me than seeing you in the summer working your ass off training, because when the team needs you, you're not interested and you can't be asked. So you really need to work hard now and accept what you get, because you've proved you can't be relied on. And if you can accept that, all well and good. But I just don't think maybe not his ego, but the people around him believe he's better than he is, and they probably won't accept him being a bit part player.
Yeah, I hear you. I don't think any of us were expecting that, to be honest with you.
No.
But the last player I want to touch on, it was obvious that I was going to touch on, was Tony. And right, my view on it is, I said to Cass earlier, when Cass said, I think Donny came on and apparently played up top towards the end. And I was like, does that worry you slightly? That's like, now Cavani's gone. What's gone?
Cavani, Mata.
No, not Mata. To be fair, not many forwards have gone. But are you a little bit weak up top, and you can't really rely on Rashford? And the one thing I'm not gonna. This isn't me slandering for once. I'm not going to slander Martial. Sorry. Of your players left there, Ronaldo, you would probably say Tony's your most clinical, realistically.
Outside of Ronaldo, 100%.
Outside of Ronaldo, he's your most clinical.
100%.
And I feel like now, since he joined you, right? So he joined you very young. And the whole time he's been at your club, so he's still been getting in the France squad. He's had 1 or 2 good seasons for you, 1 or 2 average and 1 or 2 bad.
Yeah.
But there's always been the thing that, oh, well, he's not performing in a shit United team, right? Then last season, he's been loaned out to another team, right?
Yeah.
And he was shit there.
Yeah.
So now it's like, right, you can't use that excuse anymore, because you went somewhere else. And it's kind of like, now, new manager, that's a coach, system. If you don't knuckle down and work your ass off, who knows? And especially with the World Cup in November, who knows what is going to happen with your career? And today, Cass said to me, he was tracking back, he was getting more involved. And it is like, yeah, because he has to now.
Well, yeah. Well, you could go one or two ways. You could go your way, and he has to. Last chance saloon, not even just for United. Maybe, you know, if you believe he doesn't even want to be at United, that's fine. But it's the last chance saloon to get into the France squad for the World Cup. This lead up now, if he's going to be at United, like you say, other than that, you'd like to think that the penny's finally dropped. Like, I've come in, I'm actually being coached at Manchester United for the first time since I've probably been here properly. And I imagine Ten Hag said to him, "You have got a place in this team. You could potentially be my number 9. If Ronaldo does go, I'm gonna be focusing on you. I'm gonna be relying on you." And he comes across to me, Tony M, he's the type of player that needs an arm around his shoulder. Like, he needs a manager in his ear. Like, you're my guy. You are the one.
The pictures? Pictures coming out of the hotel.
Yeah. And that's probably the image of the tour so far, because it's like,
I don't want to deep that too much, but they are just coming out of a hotel, and the manager, like, generally, I'll be honest, as a City fan, generally you don't really, the way Pep operates, you don't really see that coming out of hotels or whatever. See that the manager is in his ear talking to him. So the manager maybe seen something in him. I don't want him to succeed, but that's because of me and Ty's relationship over Marshall since we started Never a Foul. If it wasn't for that, I've got nothing against Marshall. It's just, it got to a point where it's like, you know what? You're gassing a guy that doesn't deserve that yet. That's all it is. But I think it is last chance saloon. And so, Cass said to me earlier, maybe it's too late for him to get in the France squad. I don't think it is.
I don't think it is.
The manager's always been very fair to him, even when he hasn't been performing. So
I think he's got a very good chance. He might not be put as a forward, but I think you don't know where, you know, Dembele, is he going to be? Well, he's meant to be going back to Barca, but with other players there and
60% less, and Rafinha coming in a very similar position.
You know, he's got a chance, but it all depends on him and how. Like I said, an in-form and interested Tony Marshall is a dangerous player to have in your squad, and I think the ability's there. It reminds me a lot of Nani in that all the ability's there, but the application doesn't always seem to be, and that's what's frustrating. And I'm with you. I don't get this Marshall FC business. I don't understand how all these United fans ride out for him day after day, week after week, season after season, with little comeback from it. Like you said, he used to have one good season and a bad season, one good season. Then obviously he had 2 bad seasons back to back. It comes to a point where it's like, bro, you need to do something or just fuck off, really, because you just wasted our time and your own. Like, do you
know what? That was my original, back to when we first started Never a Foul and we used to argue over City. My main argument with Soups, not really argue with Soups, it's always more of a discussion with Soups, but with Ty, was always kind of like, because I grew up, with United being extremely fucking good. Right? Yeah. And it is when I see them gassing, not Soups again, Ty, getting excited about certain players, I'm like, bro, don't settle for this mediocrity, because I'm cool with you settling for it, but you shouldn't be. And it's quite frustrating when, I mean, we're doing a combined 11 and I can already see the people in the comments are getting onto it. Going to move on to it in a minute, people. So people keep smashing those likes, keep debating amongst yourselves. We have both done our best 16 for each club. Then we're going to try and pull it together. But just to finish on this, it was like, you're not going to see many from this era in that for United.
Absolutely.
So just to move on to City quickly, we've flown out on our tour today. Raheem Sterling, I presume he's not on the flight. I presume he's had his medical and will be announced.
Fabrizio earlier said he's on his way to LA to be up with Chelsea and be announced. Everything's been signed, medical done, everything. So yeah.
So Fabrizio got the tapping on the line. Sensational, Fabrizio.
Hey, you know what? People slag him off, but it's like, you need to understand he does it because he has a following that don't.
He's Sky. Hey, bro, we all say we need to see it on our club website. It's now our club website or Fabrizio. Ultimately now. But I honestly believe Fabrizio pockets a little something.
I bet he does. Because he's got he's got that following, and so it's one of them.
Sean, I've had a channel for 2 years. So
where you off on tour?
I think we're like Dallas and someone in the comment. I think it's Dallas
America,
and
right,
yeah, it's America. It's America. We've got 2 games, I believe, and then I think we're going to have quite a strong. I mean, I think we'll probably have quite a strong team. I think Haaland will be going there. Obviously, commercially, you have to. Hopefully, we'll see some youngers.
Have you seen that? Have you seen that Jack Grealish mural they're doing in the Northern Quarter?
No.
Come through, yeah, come through on a group chat the other day.
What's it? It's not of him bopping out with the 2
nah,
beers in his hand,
oh, that'd be funny if it was. Or saying you play like Almiron. No, it's like a genuine, like, I don't know if you'll be able to see it on the camera and that, but it's like in the Northern Quarter. It's like holding his hand up. Nah, is that a bit better?
No, I can't see it. Oh yeah, I can. Yeah. What? Where is it? Just on the side of a building or something?
On the side of a building. I think where they did the Aguero one.
But this is good because this is a thing that maybe people don't realise, that like Jack is becoming a bit of a folk hero already at City.
Cult hero, 100%. I think
it's one of them ones where I feel like City's fan base, and I think City's fan base, you got to remember, City's fan base are built for this, right?
Yeah.
If you look at our cult heroes, they're not players that would. They're players that I haven't mentioned in my best 16 today. Ultimately, right? Sean Goat is one of our greatest of all time. Right, he isn't one of our greatest of all time. He's just a cult hero. Like, and the same with, like, we can rate the underdogs. We can back the underdogs. We were the underdogs. So with Grealish, it's like, do you know what? We're going to back him. We're going to get behind him. And the fact that he's got that now is like, hopefully that'll help his confidence.
It's one of them. Like, I know United's fan base do it a lot. Speaking of Tony Marshall, obviously he was one of them. Obviously with a 30 million down a drain or 50 million down a drain, Tony Marshall scores again. And when that player's getting that stick, obviously, which Jack Grealish did last season, obviously for being a £100 million player, that just makes the fan base warm to him even more and rallies round him and fights for him. And do you know what? Again, it's what pisses me off about Man City. Yeah, he's a likable character. I like him. Like he's a funny guy. He's a nice guy. And
you know what it is?
I can understand why City fans love him.
You can see that he's embedded in the team. You can see that he's not like, and then even for me, like the final not nail in the coffin, but the final thing that pushed it over the line was Atletico Madrid. The minute Foden was being dragged, Grealish was one of the first over there and rattled the whole team. And he's gone over there to back his boy, and he's rattled the whole Madrid team. I'm like, do you know what? This guy does not even have to come off the bench. If he can do that, being on the sideline, fine. I'm fine with that. Absolutely no problem.
Yeah, it's great.
So, and then I don't know if you heard this, but then so obviously 3 weeks later we were out there to play Real Madrid. Some of the younger lads went on a tour of Atletico Madrid Stadium, and they purposely took some pictures of Grealish and put them under Savic's locker.
Oh, yeah.
Right, there's one question I just wanted to put up. Hold tight, GB. Everyone in here, 38 of you in here, please keep smashing that like. Those likes help to push us out to a wider audience, really help the channel, so I really appreciate that. But more importantly, appreciate all your comments and you just being here watching it with us. We're about to get into the fun bit. Daps, quick question about City, bro. Are you scared about the Ake rumours? I have trust in Mbete. If we bring him like we did with Phil next season, we can add, you know what, or Callum. I'll be honest with you. I'm glad you picked up on the Mbete thing, because when I started seeing rumours of Ake going, I kind of thought, hold on, is this why we gave Mbete a 5-year deal, whereas we're letting a lot of other younger players go out? Well, not just go out on loan, but actually selling them with release clauses. I've said it before. I think everything we've done in this transfer window has pretty much been, we think we're going to do it, or we don't mind if we do it. Like Sterling, don't mind if we sell him or not, but we're ready if we do. He's not going to be a pivotal player next season. Same with Jesus. I think we're going to change the way we play, and we've got plenty of wide options. The one that I don't think is that is the centre-back. I don't think we've thought about selling a centre-back, but I think maybe, right, we should trust our board. We should trust our manager. If our board sells him for X amount, that is because they've had a chat with the manager, and the manager has either said, yeah, because I think this younger's good enough, or this player can play in that position. Or alternatively, they've already scouted a replacement enough and believe they can get that person enough. I don't think we're going to, like I said, I don't think it's one that we were planning on, but if we let it happen, there is a plan.
Yeah.
We're not the team. We've not just gone and bought Haaland, Alvarez, Calvin Phillips, potentially Cucurella to go and fuck up our whole season by selling a centre-back, especially when we don't have Fernandinho who can cover there, and we were weak at the end. We just have to trust our boards and know that we're not going to sell Ake and Sterling
without
to competition. Sounds mad. Without there being a plan there. And we just have to trust him. Listen, the only time I feel our board has let us down was with the Super League. They were the first to pull out, and Calduna's come out and said, mistake won't happen again. If that's the one mistake he's made in that many years, we just have to trust them.
Trust him. Yeah.
I mean,
you got a good track record, haven't you? So you got to believe in the process.
I'm not sure they'll buy him, though. I don't think Chelsea is interested in him as maybe people are making out, but we will see.
I don't think so. If they've got Koulibaly as well now, they ain't gonna drop. What are you asking? 60 million for Ake?
Well, I heard 40 first, which is what we paid for him. Then I heard we wanted 60. Then I heard that they're getting close to agreeing on something. I don't think City will sell him for the same we paid for him 2 years ago. Not to a rival.
No.
Why would we? Not when he's got time left on his contract. Don't make sense.
I don't think so.
Listen, it's a transfer window, and we've stopped doing as many transfer shows for this exact reason.
It's crazy, mate. It's a crazy season.
Stand the transfer window most years.
Roll on the 7th of August, man. Roll on the 7th of August.
Is that when it closes? Oh no, the season starts. Don't close till the end.
That's when the season starts, and I don't have to worry about transfers. Just get ready to talk about. Get ready to watch football again. Well, that's United's first game on the 7th.
So ours is first on the Community Shield, which is
the end of July, isn't it?
Either 30th. It's a Saturday. I fly back.
30th
I booked my flight back from Portugal thinking it was a Sunday, and then found out it's on the Saturday. So, but I can't. Well, I'm getting really buzzed now. I can't wait, man. I cannot wait to be in the stadium again.
I'm excited. I'm excited today after we've shown that we're going to win the league. That's all I'm saying. So.
You know what? You say it's tough. This is a thing. With you, I know you. Some United fans, I'm not going to say they think United are back. Some United fans think certain players are back.
Yeah, I can understand that. They get Gidde after one decent 45 minutes. Not even many of them had decent 45 minutes. Do you know what? Do you know all I want, that? And this is the God's honest truth, right? I just want to enjoy watching my team again. That's all I care about. Because for 10 years, it's not been enjoyable. It's been pretty shit, to be fair. So I look forward to going to games other than seeing my dad. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's all I care about. So, you know, if I can be sarcastic and take the piss a little bit and have a laugh at a 4-0 win against Liverpool, I'm going to do it.
Oh, you have to. It is Liverpool, bro.
Best team in the world, aren't they? So it's always good to beat the best team in the world. So
this is the thing. And the worst thing is, actually, we have to talk on that really quickly. It's good that you did it today, because it was yesterday or the day before that Klopp came out and basically said, you know, we've got the best left back. Yeah. But the way he said it, we've got the best left backs. The best right backs. And I'm like, hold on, there's an S at the end of either of them. The second choice. Best centre backs, one of the best DMs, and we won't even talk on the keeper. And I was like, do you know what, bro? If I was the board, I'd be looking at this going, you're right. So what the fuck happened last year, Ruben?
Exactly.
Because someone's got to be blamed. If it's not the players because they're the best, then...
I mean, who's to blame you? It must be you, innit? Yeah, 100%. I heard him saying about, tell me why we need a midfielder and all this and everything.
Well, no, you're right. After today, you need a couple of defenders, to be fair.
and a striker.
Do you know, sorry. Actually, fuck it. It's a Manchester City and a Man United show. We can talk on Liverpool. Hold tight, every Liverpool fan in here that I just about get on with. Right, so this isn't all Liverpool fans, but I've been in a few conversations over recent weeks where Liverpool fans have started to say that Gomez should be straight back in the England squad and potentially even fighting for first choice. And I was like, when did he last play? Like, it's been he played today, and they're like,
Yeah.
oh, but it's his first game back, and I'm like, that's fine. So don't fucking put him in England's team then.
No,
Like, don't.
No.
He's been away for 2 years. Let him warm up.
failed wonder kid, to be honest. Failed wonder kid. He's all this expected, had these injuries, whatever. Can't start saying he's one of England's best left back, centre backs. You just can't. You can't allow it.
He was good, but you just let him get. That's like John Stones being injured for 2 seasons and me going, he has to walk straight back in. Like, or Maguire finds form again. Anyway, last thing. How do you feel about that? Still got the armband.
It's context in it. I think it's a case of he's not going to come in, strip him of it. He's got far too many things to worry about. Getting his team to play the way he does. Keeping harmony within a dressing room that's known for leaking. Getting the players in that he wants. It's one less problem for him to deal with right now. I don't think if we get Martinez, is that what he's called? Yeah.
Yeah.
If we get Martinez, I don't think Maguire I think this could be Maguire's last season at United. If Varane stays fit, that's the only thing. That's the important thing. If Varane stays fit.
And buy.
No, because if Varane stays fit, you've got him and Martinez as your first choice. I would even put Lindelof above Maguire in the way that he can play with Varane. You saw that today. I think Maguire could very well leave Man United.
But and buy as well. He can make Maguire.
And buy. If Buy stays fit there. If Buy stays fit.
He can make him like your fourth choice.
So it's fine that he's got that armband for now, but if he's not playing, he can't be the captain. So it's not worth worrying about.
It was just that one other comment he made at the end that was
about the successful
and
career.
It's been successful. Well,
yeah, well, I can get you don't say it, but what else is he gonna say? He's got to say something.
I hear you. Listen, it's good. Today Manchester United have given us 2 talking points. One, Maguire is still your captain, and Ten Hag thinks he's had a successful career. I mean, if that's a success Man United want, I'm all for it. And secondly, you beat Liverpool 4-0.
We only beat them. We absolutely spanked them. We spanked them.
Listen, Fred and Tony scored against, and I heard Alisson had a stinker, to be fair as well.
But yeah, he didn't play great, mate. Definitely the second best Brazilian keeper in the Premier League, anyway. Oh,
and of course, Nunes did what Kepa did in the FA Cup and scored a try.
Oh, mate, that was a howl of that.
Yeah, we have to put it in context because Haaland hasn't had his first game yet, and I don't want to leave any receipts in case.
Mate, come
on.
But
he wouldn't do that.
Come on, man.
Long may that continue.
Different level.
Right. So let's move on. So
we get into it.
So our topic this week is the Manchester City and Manchester United combined 11 of Premier League history.
Yeah.
And it's definitely a tale of 2 halves.
Can I just interrupt there quick? Bogomon, Ronaldo wasn't the problem. He's the problem for players who have no standards and are scared to want to be better. Yeah, for players that rest on the laurels and think they're the big time challenge in the dressing room, he definitely was a problem. But him coming in and wanting to be the best, he's not a problem, though. Just to answer your question, because he put it in a couple of times, so didn't want to be rude. Yes,
actually, there's one last thing. There is one last thing I want to say as well. Shout out to the England women who I believe won
8-0.
But first 2 games both at Old Trafford as well.
Yeah.
Well, it's the summer, so they're fine. They're not going to get wet, are they?
Well, it's iffy, mate.
To be fair, actually, yeah, it's been raining a lot today.
Iffy.
It's been raining down here. It's definitely been raining up there. But yeah, salute to them. Look, I've watched women's football for a while, and I've always thought they play a lot better football than the English men. It's just the goals are too big, man. That's the only thing. They play really good system football, passing. It's just the goals are really big. But I've also got one of my close friends' daughter has just signed. She's 7, and she just signed for Aston Villa.
Oh, really?
She turned down Arsenal. She plays against boys as well, but she signed for Aston Villa. She lives down here because that puts her in the same league where she gets to play her favourite club, which is
it's signed for Aston Villa, but
it puts her in the league where she gets to play City.
City. Oh, is that what it is? I don't know. I don't know what league it is.
She wants to play for City sooner or later. She wants to play for City.
My auntie's wife, her daughter is in the Northern Ireland squad in the Euros. She's the keeper for Wolves. Forget her name. Shannon something.
Wow.
But she's in the Northern Ireland squad. So yeah, check her out.
Yeah,
Trying to get her on.
You know what? It's
sick. It's
and
really
actually,
sick.
shout out to Dom Robbie, who is actually paying people to cover the women's.
Good.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's coming up, man. It's good.
It's big stuff now, and it's nice to see. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nice
Do you know what? With my mate's daughter, what was really nice to see is how, like, because he got into football really early, but he was one of them. Hold tight. I'm not going to say your name, but good guy. But he was always really worried about having daughters. Yeah, the way we all are. Yeah. And he loves football, so he got into it. I was like, but is she? He was like, bro, she's got Instagram. He set up an account. You can see she loves it. She's out training every single day. And her daughter is the same age as my daughter. His daughter's the same age as my daughter. So to see how determined she is and dedicated to it is mad. And she's extremely good, like extremely good. But anyway, right. So 37, you're in here. Please keep smashing the likes. Keep the comments coming. So what we're going to do is we've got Soups backstage as always. Soups, I hate that you've done this already. So what we did is, firstly, is we went and we built our best 11. So the best City 11.
Look what he's done.
I know, bro. He showed me earlier.
He's an idiot.
Do you know what? He reminds me of what's it called in that picture? Can you remember Cat out of Red Dwarf?
Yes, he does. Yeah, Cat out of Red
Dwarf.
Yeah. Big time.
So what we've done is we've gone and basically got the best City team and the best United team. Soups, I hope you've done them right. I hope. We didn't communicate that much. And what we're going to do is we're going to go through my best City team. We're going to go through Aaron's, and then we're going to pull them together and try and whack together a combined best 11. So, Soups, do you have my best Manchester City team of all time, please? Thank you. Right. Here we go. So, I've gone with Edison in goal. Very important because overall, if you look at our most dominant period, it was Edison in goal. It is very important to how we play, especially under Pep, which is our greatest manager of all time. So I've gone with Edison in goal. Right back was hard because it's always going to be between Walker and... someone's put this team better have Yaya in. Yes, anyone that knows me, David, Yaya is a controversial subject, but he's definitely in my best City 11, and he could well be in the best combined 11. So
let's start at the keeper. So Edison, clear choice, yeah.
Sorry, Timo Werner. When you say pretty recent team, I did say earlier on when I was talking about City legends and all of that. Yeah,
I think they all played together.
if I'm talking my hero, it's Uwe Rosler. Yeah, if I'm going to be honest and compare Uwe Rosler to Sergio Aguero. Sean Goater to Sergio Aguero.
Paul Dickoff to Sergio Aguero.
I mean,
Joe to
there's
Sergio
one
Aguero.
or two that had a shout, but if I'm being honest, bro, you have to be honest. This is not my favorite. This is the best. So, yes, against a team that got relegated, predominantly it's going to be mainly this era.
So, just quickly, so there's a shout from Raheem that I was going to ask you. So, Joe Hart, was he in with a shout?
Yeah, he's on the bench. He's on the bench.
Oh, he's on the bench there.
He's on the bench.
Yeah.
So yeah, then we've got Diaz and Kompany.
You're a wind-up, you. How have you put Haaland on the bench? Take the piss.
Because
how can you put Haaland on the bench? Oh. He's not played for you.
Bro, if you signed Haaland, you'd put him on the bench as well.
I would not put him on the bench. He won't even get near. He won't even get near the match day squad.
Listen, it was Haaland or Tevez, yeah.
The shithousery should have been Tevez, to be honest with you, mate.
Well, no, because he played for you.
Well, that's why he should have done it. That's the whole point.
So Kinkladze, you know what, Timo Werner, that is a fair shout. I didn't think on Kinkladze. 100%. However, and that is, do you know what? If I could actually put one that I wanted to see, I did always want to see Kinkladze play for City. But again, if I'm looking midfielders, maybe over Sterling.
You've done it now.
Maybe over Sterling. Anyway, yeah. So Cancelo on the left. For me, the only other person I maybe could have put in would have been, two. Terry Phelan or Kolarov. But deep down, Cancelo is better than both of them. They're just, he is. Mangala. Man said Mangala.
No Dzeko in the squad? That's
bro. No.
No?
Bro, We've only got 16. Listen, if you're naming them, wait till we get Man United.
Well, yeah, I understand that, but we're talking about
You've only got 16
and the
people.
fact you've took the living piss and put Haaland in there after not playing a game.
Oh, look at his record. He is our
not played for
biggest ever signing. No, Stephen Ireland, Soups.
Come
Soups,
on, man.
Look,
He's pink
Stephen Ireland cannot be in there because I'm not having that car in our car park. Full stop, bro.
Mate.
Balotelli, look, people, you can. Do you know what? Keep the list coming because you know what the list shows me.
What? You've had more. You've had
how many good players we've had, except for Danny Tiato, is a mad one sitting there. But no. So hold tight. Where was it? Someone said it. Where's it gone? Pac-Man has said Bert Troutman, Colin Bell, Mike Summerby. This is the Premier League era, so I hear it.
Yeah,
my dad showed me all about Bert Troutman. He would probably replace Joe Hart because he was just a beast.
Yeah.
Colin Bell would be in there all day long. Mike Summerby, maybe. Milner not in there. Scandalous. Milner's a scumbag. He's coming nowhere near. And as for Lampard, he'll always be Lampard goes down with Dennis Law.
No, De Jong.
Both of them scored goals. De Jong was a close one, but again, De Jong over Toure and Fernandinho and Rodri. No. De Jong's one of my favourite players. Bro.
He's not put the shirt on. He's not stepped on the pitch. You can't have him.
You know what? Hold on.
Your best ever City team. You just can't do it.
Hold on. But Terence Tibbs, this shows most of City's good players have been in the last few years.
Yeah.
Yes.
Obviously.
Yes. Who's denying that?
You've been the best team in the last 10 years, haven't you?
Let me remind you. I said, right, this is Premier League, firstly, right? And then half of our Premier League was very bad, right? I understand there should be Troutman in there, should be Colin Bell in there, Mike Summerby, Francis Lee maybe a shout, Doyle maybe a shout. But this is Premier League. And let me be honest, I'm putting Haaland in there with an element of shithousery because he is our biggest ever signing. I understand Hassam, I see you, hold tight Hassam, about ahead of Balotelli and Zeko. Listen, just because you're not rating your forward that you spent 80 million on this summer, I'm rating mine, bro.
I agree, Hassam. He's shameless. He's absolutely shameless.
Listen, I said I'm looking forward to seeing Alvarez more than I am Haaland, but I love the shithousery of Haaland, so I'm going to ride with it. I am going to ride with it. And also, he called G-Man out as well. He said he can't wait to bag against you.
Oh, come on. He was licking ass on that. He also said he used to have loads of Aguero shirts, and then there's a clip of him saying his favourite players are Ronaldo. So it means nothing.
Until you show me the clip, I don't believe you.
I will get that clip, mate. I will get that clip. It's true. I'm not making it up. Why have I got to make it up?
You know what? People keep the names coming in. Let me be clear. We had 16 players.
Yeah.
Barry was a good player. Who would you pull out to put Barry in? Elano, again, good player. Again, who would you pull out? Vieira? No, not at City. He was average at City.
Hargreaves?
Fuck off, bro. Hargreaves, man. Jesus Christ. Hargreaves and Rodwell were like two of a kind.
Oh, mate.
Philip Casido, good one. 6 current players. So the 6 are De Bruyne. I mean, am I wrong?
Cancelo,
hold on. No. This is wrong, though. This is wrong, though. Hold on. I've seen something wrong here. Bernardo Silva should not be in that team. Bernardo was on the bench.
For who? Sterling?
No, I'm not sure. I think. Hold on. Or maybe I got it wrong. Bernardo Silva should not be in this team. He should be on the bench.
Having cast levels here.
Oh, no, I put him in.
Nah, Soups is going to have you now for that. Soups, I'll have you for that.
Nah, my bad. I put him in.
I'm
not mad at it. I'll leave him in.
No, he should be. He's sick. You know, I love him. I mean, it's
Do you know what? If I'm honest, I probably would have, looking at it, I meant Bernardo Silva to be on the bench. I don't know what I was thinking. I would have had Bernardo Silva in the bench, definitely not Nasri, and then I probably would have removed Sterling from the team, put Carlos Tevez in the team, and played him alongside Aguero.
That's fair enough, mate.
But anyway, yeah, Zabaleta's on the bench. If the Zabaleta Walker is probably the hardest conversation in this.
Yeah, I really thought it was going to be Zabaleta, mate. Like I tried to preempt a lot of players you would have. I'll tell you the ones I didn't think were going to be there, but then Cancelo I didn't think. Yeah, well,
but who over Cancelo?
Well, that's it. That's the eternal question that I couldn't think of.
I never thought Clichy.
Who would be his left back?
Clichy bored me at City.
Yeah,
I'll be honest with
Clichy,
you. He was-
Kolarov, like City never had.
Kolarov was a bit of a cult hero, but he wasn't
Yeah,
better than
not
Cancelo.
great. No, and that's it. Like he just a player that what I didn't think would be there. Yeah, Diaz I didn't think would be there.
So who would you put in? Who would you put in over Diaz then?
Richard Dunn, obviously, man. I mean, fucking hell, come on, Richard Dunn.
Again, if you want to do the cult hero thing, but you're not going to tell me he's better than Diaz. This is the thing.
I don't know. It's a tricky one, but it's just because he's been there so recently. I didn't think he would be that.
So
well
Timo Werner. Do you know what? Of all the people are saying this is the most relevant conversation.
What's it?
Now, because and Timo Werner, take note, have a word with your manager. Yeah. Yes, this Manchester City team right here, Raheem Sterling does fucking numbers, right?
Yeah.
Playing alongside Aguero. So take note, tell your manager to go and buy a striker, and you'll get 300 grand a week. Sterling. Otherwise, you're getting 200 grand a week. Sterling, maybe over Bernardo Silva, would bring a few more goals to this team, and that is a very, very good point.
Yeah, going off the comments, looks like Lewandowski might be on his way to Stamford Bridge, which would be more than interesting. Yeah, big time.
I mean, listen, if they get him, and then they get
Koulibaly, and obviously they've got Sterling.
Oh, yeah. All of a sudden, the team that I thought needed 6 players, by buying 3, I'm thinking.
I think they need another centre back though, but
yeah,
it's not bad. Yeah. It's not bad, is it?
Look, if they get Lewandowski and Koulibaly, City need to go. Actually, we're not selling Ake. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Straight away. No. Hold on. We didn't know you were buying all of them. You're now potentially competition.
Oh, you've missed a great trio here, mate, to be in the team.
Go
on. No, that's gone. Benaim, Samaras, Karade.
You're gonna mention Nolito's gonna pop up any second.
Negredo. How can we forget Negredo?
You know what?
Negredo bang for you. Negredo bang for you, to be fair.
Negredo bang, like when people one or two, we were doing something the other day, flops, and someone mentioned Negredo, and I was like, no. For the first 5 months, Negredo, Aguero were doing Shearer Sutton numbers.
Yeah.
Like they were cold, and then I think he got an injury, missed home, and that was it. That was gone. But him and Aguero at first were absolutely solid. Like they just seemed to work because Negredo was a bit more. Then the strange thing is there were 2 out and outs as well.
Yeah.
It wasn't like one of them was dropping deeper or anything. There were just 2 machines, and then he got injured, and yeah. Anyway, right. So that's my City 11, and then on the bench I've got Hart, Zabaleta, Rodri, Sterling. Which Sterling, Bernardo Silva, numbers wise, makes sense to swap them potentially.
Could potentially.
And then Haaland, because listen, he is our biggest ever signing. I had to put him in there. I'm sorry, it's shithousery, it's shameless, but
it's nothing. It's nothing less than
I couldn't give a shit because Man United fans are talking about winning a trophy today. So if I want to be shameless by talking about Haaland signing, I'll be shameless.
We can't all win the Bangkok Champions Cup, Daps. Don't be jealous, mate. Come on. Rein it in. Come on.
Right. Where was it? Soups? Oh, Soups. I'll let you take. There we go.
Right. Should we get right into it?
Ooh.
Stand at the back. I mean, look at that team. It's perfect. I've gone for a 4-4-2.
Wow. You fucking kept him out.
I had to. I hate him. Do you not understand?
Do you
not understand? So my keeper is Van der Sar.
Best keeper in Premier League history.
My favourite keeper, Manchester United, is Edwin van der Sar, and that's because if we'd have got him as soon as Schmeichel left, he'd have won more Premier Leagues. Probably would have won one more Champions League as well in that time. The guy was unreal. He was well loved within that dressing room, still well thought of at the club, and he didn't sell us out and go and play for Manchester City.
Question: who is a better goalkeeper? You're lying unless you say Schmeichel.
Okay, right, okay. I mean, Schmeichel. I'll say Schmeichel was deemed the best in the world in his pomp. Van der Sar probably never was, but Van der Sar was an unreal goalkeeper, and shame he came to us a bit too late. But yeah.
By the way, was it Bosnich that replaced?
Bosnich, yeah.
It was Bosnich.
Bosnich,
I nearly picked him the other day in a combined 11 when I got Australia. I thought it was.
Yeah, he was absolute nightmare, wasn't he? We went through 4 or 5 keepers. Barthez, everyone thought it was going to be great. I have that theory that he always seemed to let French players score against him, which he did. Tim Howard, Roy Carroll, Massimo Taibe, who even had Andy Gorham, rest in peace, played for us for a little bit.
About City second choice defenders.
It sounds terrible, doesn't it? But I mean, I stick to my principles, Daps, and I'll never change. I hate Peter Schmeichel for what he did.
So
I can almost forgive you for going to City after going to a couple of clubs, yeah. But cartwheeling when City score against United, apologies for my language, you can fuck right off, mate.
So for the Love Island fans, he did a cartwheel like Danica when Adam walked in the villa.
mate.
That's good. Do you know what? I just need to put this up. Yeah, I don't know if you were watching a show the other day. Me and Cass did a show where basically it was we had a wheel with all 130 countries who have Premier League players.
Yeah.
So and we took it in turns to spin it, and whatever country it landed on, you had to pick a player from that. Yeah. And like I was having howlers. I got Pakistan. They've had one player, right? but most foreign. It seems like most foreign players are forwards. So
yeah,
my team's top heavy. I ended up getting Bebe, right?
Mate, Bebe.
He ended up being our captain, my captain. Just to squeeze someone in. I was like, he can be fucking captain. These players are so good. But yeah, hold tight, Bebe. He will always get a mention when it comes to Man United.
Definitely.
Right, so talk us to it. Neville.
Right,
Neville at the back. Someone's already said. Not Evra?
So Neville was right back. Evra was a left back.
Oh, he was, wasn't he?
Yeah. So Gary Neville, best, probably it's hard to say in it, but one of the best right backs. Underrated right back. Obviously wasn't blessed with loads.
Parker?
Nah, come on. Gary Neville did. Gary Neville was fucking brilliant. And that, I know he's not in the starting lineup, he's on the bench, but that relationship with Beckham, bombing past, putting them crosses in, he was fucking unreal.
Whoa. Was he really that good at
crosses? No, he was. He was good. Come on, let's not.
I feel like he was like Gareth Barry of the midfield.
No, stop it. This revision.
Oh, that's no disrespect. Barry was a good player.
Revisionism of Gary Neville. Most United players since Twitter became the place for football, the opinions on some United players are unreal how bad they are. And Gary Neville was a great fullback.
I think he's balanced.
He was a great fullback.
He was a great fullback, and that is very key. He was a great fullback. He was a
great fullback, and that's all we need.
That surprised me that you said crosses.
Oh yeah,
I'm interested to look at
back. He and Beckham had this great relationship. He'd bomb past Beckham would feed him, he'd get the ball in the box. Really good at it.
A bit like Milner and Richards when we won 6-1.
Yeah, that was because we had 10 men and it was 5 minutes to go. Centre backs speak for themselves. I mean, possibly, arguably 2 of the best that the Premier League have ever seen. Jaap Stam left, I think it was 2 seasons before Rio came. Obviously, Jaap went after that book, and we brought Laurent Blanc in. But Jaap Stam, I mean, if he'd have stayed, if he hadn't done that and he had stayed, I guarantee it, he stayed at United for another 5 or 6 years, he would have been classed the best centre back the Premier League has ever seen. He was unbelievable. You just couldn't get past him. The only time I've ever seen him get done was when I watched R9 at Old Trafford when he scored that hat trick. That's the only time I've seen someone have him on toast. But Ronaldo had every single defender that's listed in the top 10 defenders of all time on toast. And that's the only time I've ever seen it.
Never had Richards sometimes.
Well, you know, playing against him, did you? But
or Walker.
It was unbelievable. It was unbelievable. Jaap Stam was just top class.
So the other day when we were doing that thing again, I got Dutch and I needed a centre back, and I got Holland, and I was looking at it. And by the way, if you ever do this, because we're gonna do it, it's unreal. It's the funnest one because you get countries you're like, oh my god. But my team ended up quite good, surprisingly. I had Haaland up top, Mahrez, Kinkladze, Modric. My team ended up all right, but a few absolute stinkers. But Holland, and I had a choice of Van Dijk or Stam. And when you do, it's very interesting because when it's going to go to the poll, you know, like I picked Neymar in the team last night. I did on the Gal's channel, Hold Tight Gal, because you know that's going to get you some recency bias on the votes. I don't like Neymar, right? So I was thinking, do I pick Van Dijk? But I was like, because my defense was so shit, apart from that, I was like, I need Stam because if the defense is shit, he'll do it all himself.
Yeah.
Like,
I seen him in what's it called? Soccer Aid a few years ago, and he's still menacing. I mean, he could play today. He's just a beast.
Do you know it's harder than Yap Stam?
No one.
Oh,
go on. No one. Oh, he's not. He's like you wish he was. Rio, because he's a Rolls Royce, and them two will complement each other. It's like sort of that Vidic sort of Rio partnership, and you know, again,
so probably man's Vidic.
Yeah, I'd say so.
A richer man's Vidic.
The
difference between a plane and a nice house.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's some shouts there I've seen. Obviously, Ronnie Johnson, great player, but you won't put him in your top two. No. Steve Bruce, great player. No. Won't put him in his top two. I would say third, Vidic, obviously, and then obviously he's on the bench for me. Below that, Gary Pallister, very underrated.
Would you take Pallister or Bruce?
Pallister over Bruce
all
day long. All day long.
My
left back, I know you mentioned Evra, but for me, Dennis Irwin is the best left back I've ever seen play for Manchester United. Did everything. Like, he's a left back. People only associate him with being left back. He was right-footed. That's how good he was at playing left back. I remember a game against Liverpool. I think it was a 3-3 draw. United were that confident in his free kick ability. We had a free kick at the edge of the box. There was no Manchester United player in the box because he knew he was going to score, and he scored. He was just
Mr.
Reliable.
Mr. Reliable. He was left
he was just no. He was right-footed. This is what I'm saying. He was a left back, but he was right-footed. That's how good he was. People had no clue.
So I just need to put this. Daps, keep it real. Stop pretending like City X players are beloved like the Vieiras, Keanes, and Henry. So if you're meaning the era I grew up in, I'm not pretending. They were beloved. They were beloved by us equally. If you're meaning the modern era, I mean, straight away, Vieira, Yaya, very difficult conversation.
Yeah.
Henry, Aguero. I mean, if we're talking goals per minutes, very awkward conversation. However, I think Henry pitches it for me. I would agree with you. I haven't said that. Henry, bro, he's the best player in the world, like back then. So, and then Keane. I mean, Keane, Yaya, Fernandinho. They'll also be difficult conversations.
They won't. I'm sorry.
Really?
No, they won't. Keane shits all both of them, mate.
But here's the thing. That's you. The comments don't agree with you.
Well, they should. If they know ball, they should.
I like Keane. I hate Keane, but Keane was a good player. But I mean, I'm telling you, because I've been arguing with people over Yaya for a long time. I'm not. Even
don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Yaya Toure. But
depends what role you want in it and who you got. Like, Keane and Yaya together would be sensational.
Oh, unbelievable.
Hold on, here we go. Hold on. Whoever Jonathan is Jack Rodwell? No, bro. Jack Rodwell's on Love Island at the moment. I mean, the fact you've mentioned Jack Rodwell and Sinclair almost makes me think you might be my burner account. Because when I talk about the shittest players we've bought in Premier League history, you've just mentioned them, bro. So anyway, I'm not quite sure who you support because you've got a picture of Real Madrid players, right? So,
well, anyway,
a Real Madrid fan with knowledge about Sinclair and
decent, to be fair.
I salute you, bro.
Couple of shouts in the comments for Brian Robson, but we're doing obviously Premier League, and I think
he did play Premier League, didn't he?
Yeah, but he was coming to the end. I think it was the first season. He was coming to the end, so I can't really put him in. But I mean, my dad tells me stories of how sick he was, so I know for a fact he was an unreal player. Captain Marvel, don't call him that for no reason. Pocketed Maradona and his Barcelona team in the 80s, so I know exactly how sick he was. Premier League wise, though, I just can't put him in, unfortunately. So,
mate, I don't live in London, by the way, but cheers. If you think all Southern accents are from the same part, and
anything south of Birmingham is London.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah. Anyway, Yeah.
We all know that. But no, right, let me move on to the midfield because it was very, very the midfield too. I mean, Nicky Butt wasn't going to get in there. Anderson, Paulins is a very, very good shout.
How do you rate Nicky Butt?
Garton lad, so he's not
How do you rate him though?
Not far from me. He's very underrated. I mean, it tells you something that apart from Giggs, he was apart from Giggs there, he was the next one from the class of '92 to get into the first team. Nicky Butt ahead of Scholes, Beckham, and the Nevilles. He was the next one. Fergie loved him. He was a good player, very underrated. He just wasn't as good as the rest. But I think again, he's a very good squad player, like a Darren Fletcher and stuff like that.
While we were there, we definitely have to put this comment up. Where was it? Wow.
Nah, come on. Like
it's Carrick vibes for me. Oh, sorry, it's Rodri. It's Rodri like 10 years earlier for me.
Well, like he's on my bench, and he got there ahead of Ince and Butt and whoever else we've had in midfield, Hargreaves and
I think Carrick.
Schneiderlin.
I feel like Carrick in this day and age would be rated a lot higher.
Right. So he used to get compared to Lampard and Gerrard, and there was one attribute, or there's one thing I used to say to people is Gerrard and Lampard. Well, Gerrard especially because he was more defensively. Gerrard would have mud on his shorts all the time. That's because he had to slide tackle and it made it look great. Carrick never had mud on his shorts.
Tierney vibes.
Yeah. Carrick never had mud on his shorts because he was always in position. He knew where to be. He knew how to break up play. He was an excellent football player, and United haven't replaced him, and we're suffering massively because of that. And when he retired, we saw a massive drop off in our midfield, a lot more than we did, or we have done in recent years. He was unbelievable.
Did he stay about around the club for a bit?
Yeah, so he actually managed us, didn't he, for a couple of games?
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
Yeah. So after
and then what happened?
After Ollie, and I think Ranić wanted him to stay on, but I think he wanted the job. But United weren't going to do it. United weren't going to do that.
Badges or something?
Yeah. So I think he's gone somewhere now, and I think he'll be a manager. But
I think he's like I said. I think if he was now, people.
And he's not even he's not even really that long ago. He was never rated. Unfortunately, I don't know why, because he was fucking brilliant.
He was unreal. Sorry, just quickly, Jonathan. I salute you for supporting Leyton Orient. Absolutely. If you realise. I appreciate that you think I look really young, so I'm a Glory supporter. I really appreciate that. You get up close to me, you realise I'm older. There's no chance I would support City for any other reason than a valid reason. But if you support Leyton Orient, please change your picture because you look like a Twitter fan. I'm not going to lie, bro. Change it to Leyton Orient. We'll respect you a lot more.
Okay.
Carrick's one of those players that I will say like a Milner. When he's played for your club, you respect him. Tottenham fans can't say enough about Carrick. United fans can't say enough about him.
Yeah.
You just have to look a bit deeper because he wasn't getting the goals. It was just controlling games.
Yeah.
But could you play him and Scholes together?
They did play together, didn't they? In the 2013 championship winning team. Before that as well. Yeah, they played together from 2006. That up to
okay.
Obviously Keane left and he replaced Keane. They played together, but I think that
who's running? Who's running?
Yeah, well, that's it. Carrick just stay back and be in position. He'd know what to do. That's the problem, you see. He was too good. And then the other two, obviously, I just had to. Ronaldo had to be in a team. I had to get him in a team, but I went for that Fergie 4-4-2.
Oh, on the right.
Well, I went for that Fergie 4-4-2. I mean, I could have done the 4-2-3-1 maybe, but I had to have. He started as a winger at United until he obviously became what he became. But Ronaldo had to be in a team. Beckham is on the bench. He's a great, obviously. I like Beckham. Beckham's another one that gets looked at now as like he wasn't that good, but he was a great player and he was unbelievable for Manchester United. No, he was. He was.
No. Listen. It's a hard one, because he wasn't a winger, was he? Right.
He wasn't. He was a midfielder, played out on the right wing. Yeah, centre mid.
So it's almost like, was he like De Bruyne?
Yeah.
Because what are you going to say about Beckham is he could put it on a penny.
Possibly. It'd be interesting to see where Beckham would play now in today's game. In a 4-3-3, would he be more advanced? Obviously, he's not a number 10, but he's very, very smart on the ball, could pick those passes and find a pass.
Oh, yeah, his passing was insane.
Do you know what I mean? So, I mean, Beckham has to be in the squad of the best players. He was just unbelievable. And the goals he scored, you know, you talk about that game against Arsenal in the FA Cup. Everything mentions, obviously, Giggs' goal, which was obviously unbelievable. But his goal, his goal, in the first goal in that game of Beckham's was fucking, a mad goal. And only a goal that Beckham could score. So, yeah, I love David Beckham.
It was one of them ones with Beckham as well. His free kicks. But
mate.
The other day, I was at you last night. Do you know Bowen is actually in top left or right wingers in world football at the moment, top 10.
Jared Bowen?
Yeah, mad. Anyway, the one thing with Beckham, when he took free kicks, it's like you knew where it's going to go. You just were like, this is, and the one for England. I was watching one the other day. I know you'll remember it because you love Brazil, where him and I think it was him, Zidane, and Roberto Carlos all over the ball.
Oh yeah.
All look at then Zidane walked off, and Beckham looked and started his run, and Roberto Carlos just did what Roberto Carlos does best. But it was just.
But to be fair,
he was good.
Roberto Carlos wasn't a great free kick taker. He was just a taker of a great free kick. Really, he was more missed than hit. Whereas Beckham obviously was a great free kick taker. Have you seen the video of his son scoring for Inter Miami?
His son playing football.
Yeah, Romeo plays for Inter Miami B. Scored a free kick. Look, he's run up and the way he took it was just like his dad. To be fair, but I
do think in this day and age Beckham wouldn't be as good.
I
don't think his engine was good
because enough. No, he could run. He could run up and down. He was very good at tracking back. I can't let you say that against him.
Maybe as a rival fan back then, maybe I wasn't.
I think in a 4-3-3, he couldn't play as a winger now. Obviously, a 4-3-3, he'd play. Definitely. There's some shouts for Ji-sung Park. I love Ji-sung Park. Don't get me wrong, but
not a fucking chance. Does Nani get in any team?
No, absolutely
dog shit.
No, he want dog shit. He just had no application and determination. But Ji-sung Park, as good as he was, I couldn't put him in the best 16 that I've seen play for Manchester United, unfortunately. And then going up top, I mean, it could have been one of 8 or 9. It's very easy, but I've gone for the 2. I've gone for my favourite player that's ever played for Manchester United, and the whole reason why Manchester United won what they did, besides Fergie, obviously, and the catalyst that started it all, obviously, Mr. Eric Cantona, my favourite player of all time. Signed shirt off him, as some of you probably will know. I love him. He's the reason why I probably love football as much as I do. He's just the king in it, and that's all I can say about it. That's all I can say about it.
With Cantona?
Go on.
It's like the other day on a stream, Cass and I got into quite a heated debate about hold tight, Cass, my brother, about ROONEY, and like it started off about generational, and basically he was saying certain people are generational, and I was like, for me, the 2 most generational English players for me are ROONEY and Gaza.
Yeah.
And he was anti-ROONEY. But we won't go into that. But for me, Cantona and Gaza are very similar. That if you were to pull up their numbers and start doing that, right, it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. Yeah. It is irrelevant. They're just
obviously them 2 played in the days before stats, and stats became such an important part of judging what a player does on a football field. Yeah, I get it. He was never going to be top goal scorer in the Premier League, but what he did and what he brought to that Manchester United dressing room. Bear in mind, he played for the team that pipped United to the league the season before. He came in. He came in and he changed that dressing room, and he made
that was the last non-Premier
League. Yeah. And United won the first ever Premier League title with Cantona in the team, obviously, who we bought when Leeds rang us asking for Dennis Irwin. Don't know if you know that story. They rang for Dennis Irwin, and it's like absolutely no chance. Then they asked about Cantona, got him for 1 million, but then Leeds was saying, "Oh, can you say it was at least 1.2 so we don't get
1.2 million?"
But they actually got him for 1 million. So, I mean, it's just I'll never hear a bad word against him. You can say what you want about his off-field antics or kicking racist or whatever, but he was just a genius. And
look at the guy. Look at the guy kicked. He was
Yeah, well,
racist.
exactly. And the mad thing is, he only played for United for 5 years.
Yeah, it seemed almost less than that though as well.
But the legacy of that I mean, they're bringing out videos for the new kit, and he's in the video for it because that's what he means to Manchester United. The best number 7.
I'll go further. The Premier League.
All right, yeah, no, I'm happy to take that if that's what you got to say.
No, it is relevant. Sometimes,
Yeah.
I remember that era, and like I just said with Gaza, with Cantona, like I said, if we pull out, we're never going to be here talking about goals scored and putting him in the conversation as far as numbers or assists.
Yeah.
But if you're talking about the history of the Premier League, he's going to be in there. And even if it is just because of the kid, look, if you look at Gaza did not do that much.
No.
But some people are just raw talent. I mean, Cantona within 6 months of retiring was fat as shit, but the guy was just complete raw talent. That these players were raw talent. That if they probably played if they were Spanish, they probably would have done a lot more because they would have controlled everything else in their life. But all right, Cantona, Rooney, and then we move on to
I need to speak about Rooney a little bit, but let's shout Jamie there. He's obviously a message there. Just want to say big love for the show, lads. Been a tough one lately with health and mind, but the shows have been helping the vibes. Thank you, lads. Hey, Jamie, mate. I know we follow each other on social media. If you ever need a chat, whatever, hit the DMs, mate. I'm always happy to have a natter and talk a little bit. If you want to just talk about football, you want to talk about life, you want to talk about how great Never a Foul and talking kit are, I'm happy to do that any day of the week, mate.
Sorry, if anyone sees me doing this, unfortunately, it's so hot, I keep having to open the door. And then because there's lights in here, they come in. Jamie, from my point of view, so you are a viewer. From my point of view, as a content creator, host, or football fan that happens to have a webcam, it's the same for me, bro. Doing these shows, they help me with my mental health massively. 100%. I'm going through a very hard time in my life, and keeping busy and talking football and talking to all the amazing comments, even Jonathan Wilkes, it helps my mental health. So salute to you. If you're feeling down, change your environment, go for a walk, reach out, talk to friends, and understand that all of us are going through the same thing, bro. Everyone goes gym and looks after their body. Looking after your mind is more important.
100%. So quickly on Rooney, it's a hill I'm willing to die on, but at 18 years of age, he had more natural ability than Messi and Ronaldo, right? If he had that focus, we said this last week, I think it was, if he had that same focus, drive, and determination and professionalism, we would be talking about him as one of the best free players that ever played the game. That's how good Wayne Rooney was. And I've learned to appreciate him more since he's left Manchester United. There was a period when he should have gone maybe 2 or 3 seasons before he did, and I was cursing him out. Couldn't stand him being in the starting lineup. I was going to Old Trafford, pissed off because he was playing, and now he's left, and I realise, shit, this guy. I mean, he's the leading goal scorer for Manchester United. You don't do that unless you're an amazing football player.
This is what I said. I said for me, right, looking at what he did at his age, I had to watch the documentary on him to really appreciate him. And this is what you just said there, that if he was maybe, let's be honest, if he was maybe from another country that maybe looked after their health a bit more, maybe if he didn't get as good as young and have Balotelli said it, I'm this age and I'm getting paid this much. It is relevant. I can tell you now, if I was a footballer, I'd be dead, right? Because that much money, I don't know what I would do.
Yeah.
Do you know what it is? That makes him, and for me, that makes him even more iconic.
Yeah.
Because he's so relatable. And even down to him and Colleen. He's a young lad with a lot of money. They came up through school, fell in love. And all right, listen, when you're in a relationship or marriage, you become a partnership, and through everything, the good and the bad. And as far as you see Kane at the moment, when Kane's dropping deep to get the ball.
Yeah.
And people are saying, it's because he's a bit frustrated about what's going on back there. So he's going, what? So what Rooney was doing for Man United and was getting criticised for.
It's all right for Kane to do. Rooney was coming back to do it. And you know what the mad thing about, we'll finish on Rooney now, but the mad thing about Rooney as well is, despite everything he's achieved, England's top goal scorer, Manchester United's top goal scorer, won everything in the football in the game you can in English football, there's still people asking questions of what could have been of him, and that to me is mind blowing. And that's, you shouldn't look at it like, and I'm guilty of it. I've just said it there. If he did this, if he did that, and it's right. Some in the comments saying if and buts. Yeah, that's fine. But I just,
same with Gaza though. So let's criticise.
Yeah,
Gaza.
exactly. But I just think, you know, with Wayne Rooney, he was just watching him play, come to Manchester United, score a hat trick, 18 years of age in the Champions League on your debut. Goals he was scoring, overhead kicks against Man City.
Bro, fuck off, bro.
It was just.
I've been rating him. Don't do that.
Just a great player, and has to be in my squad. It's definitely starting.
It's just for me, that is generational. At the age of 16, when did you buy him? How old was he when you bought him?
18.
And he replaced Van Nistelrooy.
No, I think he played with Van Nistelrooy first, and then a couple of seasons later, Van Nistelrooy went.
Just to go. And at that point, let's remember, this wasn't the Man United of now. This was the Man United of then. Yeah. So that pressure, I think it was unbelievable. And for me, it was even more so the fact that he's so relatable. That if you deep it, as you get older, you think, do you know what? Yeah, he made a few mistakes, but is what it is.
Definitely.
So yeah, and then on the bench, De Gea,
I love him. I think, you know, I'm not going to have Schmeichel, so that's fine. Vidic, great defender. Absolutely love him. Would kill himself to stop the ball going in the net. Carrick, we mentioned him. Becker, we mentioned him. And then the best number 9 I've ever seen play for Manchester United, and that's Ruud van Nistelrooy. The guy was just goal scorer, and that's all I wanted. Never scored out from outside the box. He had that great run against Fulham, and he scored that beautiful goal. He was just a brilliant goal scorer, and should have had another season, or, you know, added to his time before. He obviously got that horrible injury, which stopped his transfer for a year. But yeah, Ruud van Nistelrooy, I fucking love that guy. That's all I can say. So yeah, there's my 16.
Right, Soups, do you want to move on to the combined, and let's get that cracking?
So obviously we picked 2 different formations. So obviously,
oh yeah, true.
I mean, it says a 4-4-2, but I'm happy for it to be like a 4-2-3-1 or anything like that. But this should be interesting. Berber, yeah, Soups. Berber was immense. I could have been in there. Love that guy, but not over Ruud for me, unfortunately.
Right. So, keeper. See, I would have gone with Schmeichel, but
I still have Van der Sar over at Ederson because he's won the Champions League. So,
because he's won the Champions League. I mean, it depends. Do you want to play system football, or are you more of a kind of United?
I want my goalkeeper to stop shots and be a great goalkeeper. Then I'd say Van der Sar all day long. I think if you look at if you are.
What's Van der Sar's distribution like though? Because Schmeichel's distribution was good.
He was great, and you know, he held the record. Does he still hold the record for the most clean sheets in a row?
I just asked you about distribution, mate.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying. I think his distribution was great. His distribution was really good. He was a good all-round keeper. Obviously, he's not the midfielder that Ederson is, but I think I want my goalkeeper to stop goals from going in. And Van der Sar was excellent.
I bet you do at the moment because your goal difference last season was 0.
Well, I don't know.
You might end up on a +1 if you're lucky.
He was our best player, so I don't know about that. I mean, Van der Sar.
No mention for Richard Dunn because he wasn't.
No. Van der Sar goes down as one of the best keepers of all time for me. Still, I think.
Schmeichel was better though.
He was, but he's not in this team. So
I should put Schmeichel in, shouldn't I? I mean, listen, it's not a hill that I'm going to die on. There's others in this team. And if you're adamant, I mean, listen.
I think I am, but
you can get sacked first if we can't play out from the back.
I think Van der Sar, mate. Dutch played for This guy could do everything.
Played for Ajax, instant United legend nowadays. Fucking hell.
Have you never seen that? Have you never seen their academy? They don't know how to play football, mate.
Oh yeah, both. This United Holland link up is mad. But I mean, if you want to go with it, he's Dutch. You're going to put Depay up top in a minute, probably, and
Daily Blind, CDM.
I'll put De Jong.
You happy to go with Van der Sar?
De Jong can come in this team. He's definitely Dutch with a name like that.
You happy to go with Van der Sar?
Yeah, I am. It's not a hill I'm going to die on.
Yeah, I mean, there's other positions I'm happy to give up. I think when it comes to the debate, but I think Van der Sar for me. I think he just has to.
Okay. I mean Schmeichel. If I'm being 100.
Fuck Michael.
If I'm being 100 over City and United keepers, I would have gone with Schmeichel. But if you don't want to respect your legends, that's perfectly fine.
He's not a legend to me. He's not a legend to me. So that's why. So that's why.
All right, so Soups, we're going to put Schmeichel. Thank you. Sorry, Van der Sar in goal. And then on the bet, all day, we all know it should be Schmeichel, but these guys just as salty as shit. So
and then it's De Gea on the bench, yeah?
Imagine if he came when Tevez came and won the Premier League. You lot would fucking hate him.
Oh, mate, I'd be dead. Yes, and De Gea on the bench then, mate, yeah?
Fuck off. Listen, if we've got that guy in, De Gea, yeah. Listen, no. Soups, Edison on the bench, please, bro. I'll put Walker in goal before I put De Gea in goal.
There, I'm joking. De Gea's a great keeper. This is what I can't stand about United fans. Now, all of a sudden, he's shit, he's this, mate. That guy has saved us for a long, long time. And I think
he has.
Disrespect he gets is uncalled for, to be honest with you.
Oh, but football came on, and we don't need Burnley players.
Mate, he looked good today. That's all I'm going to say. He looked good today. And that great 4-0 win.
Right.
We're going to right back. Okay. See, I would have had
Zabaleta.
I would have. I told you this last week. I would have had him.
You're so old school, bro. So far, I'm seeing Van der Sar and Zabaleta.
Well, listen,
I get it. Once Ten Hag gets you playing good football, you understand that.
No. Listen.
Football's changed, bro.
This is the thing with some of these best 11 combined 11s. Too many people think of it going into it like it needs to be system football. It needs to be this. No, you're just picking the best 11 players to put on the pitch. That's what we're doing in their position, I think, and that's how I look at it. But if we're gonna do that, Daps, you're gonna look at the system. You want this and this. I'm very happy to have Kyle Walker in there. I am happy to have Kyle Walker in there over Gary Neville. Yeah.
Do you know what I would say? I would say is it depends on what other pace we have in the team. I mean,
well, this is it. And I think the question about who goes on the right if we're doing a 4-4-2, the person that's definitely going to get on that right-hand side would work very well with Kyle Walker, I think. So I would be happy to have Kyle Walker at that right-back position.
Let's put Kyle Walker in. I'm going to take that. Yeah. For me, just to speak on Kyle Walker very quickly, I kind of back away from... Thankfully, most of the channels I fuck with nowadays, I don't get drawn into the Reece James Trent debates. And I'm actually a big fan of both of them as well, may I add.
As you should be, yeah.
Because they're both very good. But for me, Kyle Walker's been there longer, done it, and got 4 Premier Leagues, is a leader at Man City, and he's just... Everyone just underrates him. Walker's like, bro...
But don't you love the fact your players are that good? And this is what I used to feel like with Manchester United. And it's me going into the past and stuff, that you feel you don't have to get yourself into these silly debates about players because you know how good they are. And
I say it all the time. I'll say on streams, like, I can stand here and sorry, City fans, if certain City fans are going to be like, I can't believe you're not defending but I'm like, I'm so comfortable with how good our team is and how we're doing that if I have to say, you know what, Liverpool's right back is world class and could be one of the best fullbacks ever in system football. Yeah. It's undeniable. He's 23. He's hitting the numbers he is. You can try and deny it as much as you want, but he's good. Pep would take him, right? But I'm fine to say that because I can then go on and tell you how many fucking good players we have and how, unfortunately, he's won 1 league to our 6. So but that is spot on. When you can talk about players and everyone else is having these debates, it's like, cool, I don't mind. We'll win the league at the end of the season. And
Exactly. Can we just quickly bring this up? Because this is some of the worst nonsense I've seen. No offense, but this current City team would smash any United team from over the past 30 years. That's a ridiculous statement, I'm afraid. You can't say that.
Do you know what that is? That's like, who put that? Just so
Kevin S.
I like Kevin. Salute to Kevin. I love you, Kevin. But that is like when Liverpool fans create a conversation with me about Klopp v Pep, which I haven't started, and then say, it's not even a debate. Klopp's better. And I'm like, I'm not even here to say Pep is better. Can't be asked with that shit. Someone else can judge that. But to say it's not a debate is fucking mental. Like, I'm sorry, it's a debate.
Yeah. How could
I look at this. I've been, as we get further forward. In fact, we're going to probably have the conversation now. But as we get further forward, it is hard to pick.
There's got to be conversations. There's got to be conversations in there. So, yeah.
I was looking at when I was doing even the thumbnail. I was looking at like even that. So we've got Ronaldo, Scholes. I think the other person in that partnership was it's Ronaldo, Rooney. The other person in that partnership was Scholes, and on the other side it was David Silva, Aguero, and the other person in that partnership was YAYA, TOURE. And I'm thinking, how do I pick from these 6 players?
It's actually mad, and it's I'm having to take my feelings about my favorite players out of it and thinking who were actually better or who were the best. It's not hard.
Right.
So it's very hard.
Hold tight, Gunnar Vettel. I see you on irregular, so to you. Right. So this is a hard one as well.
I don't think it is.
Okay.
I'll
let you go.
I think another 2 I'd go for. Jaap Stam for me is the best centre back that's been in the Premier League, hands down. Better than John Terry. In the time he was there, won 3 titles back to back. No centre back has, well, a certain Rio's done it, but no centre backs outside of Manchester United have done that. Certainly not John Terry. So for me personally, I think, and I love Rio Ferdinand. I think he's up there with the best centre backs of all time. For me, from picking it, it'd be Jaap Stam and Vincent Kompany.
Right. So, hold tight, everyone. There's Rio, Vinny. I think if we're being 100 for me, there's 4 defenders in this conversation.
All the 4 that are there, I think.
Rio, Vidic, Stam, and Kompany.
Yeah.
Let's look at the balance. Okay. If you're saying Stam is the best out of them,
I think he is.
You then want a ball player next to him, and it's Rio or Vinny.
But I think looking at it, so United were great without Rio Ferdinand.
Paul McGrath.
Yeah. Paul McGrath's a shout. Vincent Kompany is very much your Eric Cantona in being that leader.
My favourite City player.
So therefore, I could do without Rio Ferdinand and have Vincent Kompany in there. I think Vincent Kompany adds something that Rio maybe doesn't in terms of that. I know he was a leader and stuff like that, but
we've missed someone.
No, we're talking about the best, not the worst.
Your current captain.
Yeah, we're talking about the best, not the worst, unfortunately. So for me, I think Jaap Stam and Vincent Kompany is very much the 2 that I would say. Definitely.
Okay, so firstly, I'm going to say there are 52 of you here. When you look at your screen, just below it, there's a little thumb that's kind of, don't know, one of them. If it isn't darker than the rest of your screen, could you just give it a little tap? It will help us massively. So I appreciate it. Been streaming since 7 o'clock. So please, for that reason, please give it a tap. Don't smash it too hard. Don't want you to break your keyboard or phone. If you are willing to put Kompany in there, we're being civil.
I think
for me, Kompany's my best player of all time. Listen,
I think
emotional reasons, everything else.
I think I'm doing your argument for you. I think.
Well, for me personally, I think Vinny could play ball. Right, Vinny could play these very straight passes that could just take out a whole midfield. The way I guess it was a bit. Remember when we bought him as a DM, right? And it's the way he could stride. He could read the game. Stride forward, intercept, and fizz a pass forward to Aguero, like that, right? Yeah. He could play ball. I'm not going to say he could play ball as well as Rio, but he could play ball very well. But I believe he could defend better than Rio, right?
Okay.
And he was a little bold. I think Vinny was unbelievable in his prime. Yeah. But I think, and we are talking in his prime. I would put Rio on the bench.
Rio's speed helped him massively, and I think, but not in terms of recovery, but he just fancied himself. The only time I remember him getting really done was obviously against Bellamy in that 4-3 game when he absolutely spanked him. Like, get out, shut up,
I agree with you, but them man didn't even pick him. We picked a City one first,
like
United
him.
one first. Them lot don't
I'll
like
never
him.
pick
He did a cartwheel. He did a cartwheel like Danica because he played for the best team in Manchester.
Never pick Schmeichel. But yeah, Rio on the bench for me is.
And as for this, I get that, but I also think that Stam brings that element of fucking hard
steel.
bastard.
That's steel.
Yeah. So, Rio Soup. So yes, Stam left, Rio Kompany right, and Rio on the bench.
Yeah, big time.
And here's to you, Vinny Kompany. After you do bits at Burnley, go to 3 other clubs and prove yourself before you come near us, because I don't ever want to fall out of you, you sexy bastard.
Yep. Stam was a big Dutch man. Get past him if you can. Should we move on to left back?
Yeah.
I think there's only one choice, mate, and I think you'll agree with it. I mean, you're not looking past Dennis Irwin, are you? Come on.
Right, the comments are going to be recency bias, although we do have some. Well, to be fair, we do have, thankfully, because a lot of City fans and the true City fans, which I think follow Never a Foul, most of them are legacy.
They all seen they got it. Yeah, they've all seen they know it.
Terry Phelan might have been an argument, but Dennis Irwin, actually, Terry Phelan was Irish as well.
He was, yeah. Did he play more centre back for Ireland though, rather than left back?
Did he? I don't know. He was a left back for City though, wasn't he? He was a left back for City.
Yeah, he was. No, yeah. But I just seem to think I don't know if he played like centre back. But I mean, Dennis Irwin's Dennis Irwin, mate. I think I put him up there just behind Ashley Cole as the best left back in the Premier League.
Yeah, unfortunately, because of how long ago it was, it's hard.
Yeah. And I understand it, and I Evra gets mentioned. I love Patrice Evra. Don't get me wrong, but Dennis Irwin for me, and Cancelo is very similar in Irwin in the fact that they're both right-footed and they're both doing it left back and really fucking well.
As this is a channel where it's not a shameless Man United fan, and we can talk openly. Look, the last 2 seasons when it's got to the crunch time, I've questioned Cancelo slightly.
Yeah.
That maybe his form has dipped slightly. Now, in his defense this season, when it was crunch time, he got switched to the right and was playing with no official right centre-back behind him. But for that reason, I'm yet to see a full season of Cancelo. So I will go with Irwin.
I appreciate that, mate.
But I do think Cancelo eventually. I think this season we're gonna bring in Cucurella. Cancelo's going to switch to the right, and he's going to become our more permanent right back. But I'm happy that he's even in this conversation, to be honest. So.
Yeah, Patrice ever licked a raw chicken. He can't be anywhere near this team. You're not wrong. To be fair,
did he? Did any of you? Did I put in the group his goal? He scored. Who's the YouTube guy?
The F2.
The dickhead, absolute cock.
Yeah.
Jeremy Cockface.
Jeremy Lin Cockface.
That's it, Cockface. Yeah. Did you see Evra's?
Yeah, on the roof. On the seat on the roof on that. Yeah, he's naughty, wasn't it? And he loves this game.
Third chance. Yeah, he does. I love this game.
I love this game. Yeah. Fair one. This now for me, because we're probably going to be for another hour, I think. Because, yeah.
Right.
I mean,
who was your right? So you said someone playing down the right.
It's got it back. So are we going 4-4-2? Are you happy to do that? Or
let's do 4-4-2. No, because if need be, someone up top can. I think to be frank, we have to. Because
I think it's a fluid. I think it could do a 4.
I could do our front 2 now. I think.
I don't know.
I think we could.
I don't know.
Oh, you wanker! You dickhead!
I don't know. Right. So on the right.
Really?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Right, well, we're going to disagree. Really?
Really? Oh, really? Ronaldo has to be on the right. I mean, it's not even a debate, is it?
Well, yeah, because most of his time's been played on the left, bro.
Well, no, he wasn't. No, he hasn't. He played for United.
Well, his best period was at Real Madrid on the left.
Yeah, well, he played for Manchester United on the right.
Yeah, but that wasn't his best period. So then instantly.
But then he started on the right, and then obviously moved up in the fluid front 3. But we've gone 4.
People, Ronaldo or De Bruyne on the right?
Oh, it's 100% Ronaldo. Don't even.
People, I mean, Soups can.
It's not even a question.
It's fine. It is a question.
It's not. It's not a good one. If anything.
Soups, do you want to do the poll or shall I?
Don't need a poll.
No, we're doing a poll, mate.
Don't
And
need a poll.
I don't mean Lewandowski. We're doing a poll. Suits,
Don't mean Matty Cash.
Thank you. Is he Polish?
He plays for Poland, doesn't he?
Oh,
that was the joke. That's the joke with
Cassie. Like a Vinnie Jones one.
Yeah, probably, yeah. Or like,
Soups, can you do a poll? Let me know if you're going to do a poll, Soups.
Nah, because there's more City fans than there is. You can't not have Ronaldo in this team. I'm sorry.
Well, no, we can talk about it on the left, not on the right.
You'd never get on the left.
Well, we played on the right for like 2 minutes. I don't want that man near my team.
Ronaldo.
No, the other guy you want to put on the left.
I wasn't going to put him in. I was happy to concede him, but if you want to put Ronaldo on the left,
hold on. Suits, to accommodate KDB. We're going to move on to centre mids, but Suits, could you write in the private chat? Could you do a poll between Ronaldo and De Bruyne?
I'm sorry, we can't say in the Premier League it's De Bruyne. Ronaldo had an unreal.
How many seasons?
How many seasons did he play for United?
On the right. No, on the right, not for United.
Oh, I mean, I'm trying to think now. 2, 3, maybe.
I'm just
before he started to go on a fluid 3 at the front. It's obviously
the fact you're having to shift him about means he's never really had like a.
Listen, I'm not. Ronaldo needs to be in the team, and I wanted to put him with Walker because I think them two together would work unbelievably. To be fair to you,
I hear you. You put Walker in there now, and I'm moved on from that. Poll is live. Right,
that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. So him and Walker together would be an unreal partnership.
Yeah, possibly, but also so would De Bruyne and Walker.
Nah, I don't think so. Not above Ronaldo.
Right, so we'll move into central midfielders.
Right. So this is where it's really. I mean, I would happily go for the best 2 midfielders that have ever played in the Premier League, Keane and Scholes together, to be honest with you. See, yeah, Soups is 100% right. Ronaldo right, KDB can ride bench, 100% Soups, 100%.
Oh, right, because the United fan said it.
What other reason is there? Midfield 2. I mean, it's a tough one because
Yeah.
There is, TOURE. But one, 3. Scholes and Keane have to be there, mate. Yaya's gonna have to ride the bench, mate.
Why? Because you said it.
That's my opinion. That's what I'm saying. That's Keane and Scholes are the perfect midfield 2 in the Premier League. Perfect.
So is Silva and Yaya.
They weren't. Not perfect.
Why? Because you said so.
But no, not because I said so. Because that's my opinion. But there is part of me that wants to see Keane and Yaya together because I think that would be
still
unbelievable. Then I can't let Scholes go on the bench. Like it's Paul Scholes, for fuck's sake. Best English midfielder ever.
I hear it because
do you know what I'm saying?
I rate him more than I rate Lampard and Gerrard. But
yeah, because you know ball. You know ball, that's why.
Both. If you want goals from midfield and also shithousery alongside Keane.
See, because I can see what's going on here now. I can't let you have 5 City players over all these United players. It just can't happen.
I'm not trying to do that. I'm just trying to be fair.
I can see what you're trying to do.
I rate Scholes very highly. I'm ready. I'm ready to back you in any debate with Gerrard and Lampard.
Paul Scholes, Roy Keane is the best captain that the Premier League has ever seen.
Look, can I just say something? And I often do this when we talk combined 11, right? Is you have to look at the balance of the team. And someone was trying to talk about the best defense. I did one time, and people were trying to put like solid, old school defenders, and I was like, hold on, are you not trying to pick a team that dominates the whole league? Yeah, because if you are, then we're going to be so good. We don't need 2 Burnley defenders, right? You need ball players. So again, we got Stam, Kompany, Erwin, Walker, right? Do we really need Keane, or would Scholes and Yaya just ball out?
But Roy Keane he was a box to box. He wanted DM.
Yeah, but he wasn't as good as Yaya box to box, bro.
Mate, he was a more successful team than him. Of course he was.
I mean,
that's not objective because he won more Premier Leagues, he won the Champions League, he won everything, and he was classed as one of the best midfielders in the world.
The thing is, I'm riding out for Yaya, and I don't even ride out for Yaya that much. But I do.
Keane and Scholes, mate, were part of the best midfield four the Premier League's ever seen.
All right, so can I ask you who's playing wide left?
It has to be Scholes. It has to be Scholes and Keane.
Who's playing wide left?
If you give me Scholes and Keane, I'll put Ronaldo left, and you can have KDB right. I'm happy to do.
No. If you're going with two central midfielders, I've got a different agenda on the left-hand side.
All right. Keane and Scholes has to be in the midfield. I'm sorry. Has to be.
Listen, Yaya fans, that wasn't me. I've tried to ride out for our guy.
Sorry.
It's just I've got a midfielder that I'm going to ride out for more.
I know.
You know what? I'll be 100. If what is going on is what I think is going on, Soups, yeah, you are an absolute shitter. Because you've never done this to me before.
What's he doing?
But I think
What's he doing, bro? What's he doing?
Yeah, you absolute shithouse, Soups. Fuck you. No, we've got access to the same accounts, and it's the first time that someone's actually. No one else ever jumps on them. Everyone I'm going to, it's like it's ticked. He's voted already.
Bogerman, Gerrard is not the best English midfielder, mate. Sorry to burst that bubble, but yeah, Keane and Scholes midfield 2, please.
All right, and we move on to the next one.
So what you say?
So you think Ronaldo? If I'm sorry, if you're putting them to United, Silva, this team is not going ahead without David Silva in it.
So you have to sacrifice. You can
you have to sacrifice one in the middle.
There's no way you can not have Ronaldo in this team. There's no way.
Well, there is, because we're talking.
There's no way.
Prime.
He won the Ballon d'Or when he was at Manchester United. His first Ballon d'Or at Manchester United. You can't tell me the Ballon d'Or winner cannot not get in the best combined Manchester United City 11. I'm sorry, no way. David Silva needs to be in the team. David Silva
one of them from the middle then now.
Keane and Scholes.
Now one of them's moving them.
Oh, there's no way you can't do that.
Well, you put Ronaldo or put Ronaldo up top then.
No, because there's 2 up top that need to be up top.
Who? So let's put the 2 up top.
So this is the conversation I was saying that needed to be had for me, right? But what you're thinking is I'm going to say no Aguero. Aguero has to be in there because he's the best number 9. I told you just last week. He's the best number 9 the Premier League's ever seen. He's better than Shearer. He's better than Henry for me, and he's better than any other number 9 that's been in the Premier League. So Aguero is going to be in there.
Cool. Perfect.
The question that I was saying is, do I have ROONEY, United's top goal scorer, or who I think is the catalyst in all of this starting in Eric Cantona?
And Aguero would be sexy as shit.
That would be the dilemma. But I'm gonna be biased, and I'm gonna be a bit indulgent, and I'm gonna say Cantona.
Edgy.
Cantona up with Aguero, yeah.
I think that would be beautiful.
Yeah.
Right. So then we've moved to the left.
I'm happy for you to have David Silva. He deserves to be in the team because you know I love him. The El Maggio number 2 after Juan Mata.
Left? But now you're going to switch to right and you're going to start trying to talk Ronaldo over De Bruyne, which is fine because it's gone to a poll.
Ballon d'Or winner.
Yeah, it's fine. The poll can vote on that. No problem.
There's a lot of people biased against United in this chat, and that's the problem that we're having.
Convenient, isn't it? Convenient.
It is convenient. It's very, very convenient.
I mean, look, straight away on the left, you've got Irwin that will bump past Silva. That's going to work very, very well. That's
going to look great. But I think you need a bit of pace in that midfield. You've got none. And Ronaldo had that.
We've got Irwin and Walker. They both fly.
Nah.
Yes.
You need a pace in that midfield, and Ronaldo is going to bring it.
He's a
Ballon d'Or winner.
Yeah.
How can you not have a Ballon d'Or winner in the best combined Manchester United.
Don't ask me. Don't shoot me. Shoot the comments.
I'm not shooting him. This is what I'm putting across. I'm just putting it across to the chat and to everyone looking objectively. Don't think of him as Ronaldo now, 37-year-old, scoring 24 goals. Think of him that Ronaldo, that first player for Manchester United, who left in 2009, was the best player in the world. That was voted best player in the world.
One season.
No, it was a culmination of 3 seasons where he became the best player in the world, and that was the peak in his last season.
What did he win the Ballon d'Or for 3 seasons on the bounce?
No, but you're not listening.
Right,
to what I'm
so it was 1 season.
No, you're not listening to what I'm saying, are you? So he was becoming the best player in the world.
De Bruyne's winning it next year. He's becoming it.
He's absolutely not, is it?
I mean, what are the lottery numbers, bro?
More chance of Ronaldo winning it than De Bruyne winning
it.
But I mean, Ballon d'Or winner has to.
I mean, you can keep saying it, but
I'm sorry. I know I can keep saying it because that's what my point is. It's my whole point I'm putting across.
All right. Well, there's 9 minutes to go on the poll, so we'll leave the poll to do what he does.
Think about it, smart people.
I personally, I mean, look, I like the Scholes YAYA in the middle of the pitch.
Listen, don't make it. I'm not trying to be biased, right? And I'm not trying to favour it in Manchester United. I'm looking at it in terms of history and yeah, YAYA and Scholes intrigues me just as much as YAYA and Keane intrigues me. But Keane and Scholes, the best midfield two the Premier League has ever seen, and the
thing is, the comments will never understand that on Keane, which is a hard one.
Yeah, and this is the revisionism that I was talking about Manchester United players, because people say about Ryan Giggs, and Ryan Giggs was one of the best wingers the Premier League has ever seen. You know,
in his own younger years, yeah.
You know, George Best compliments and stuff like that. You know what I mean? You know, it was unbelievable. And people say it now because he didn't have these many assists or goals or whatever. What did he do? And he used to mug off some of the best defenders in the world, like regular. Roy Keane is a midfielder that would get into any team in the world. Like even now these days, if he played now, there's not a team in the world that won't have him.
Yeah, it's hard because Roy Keane has this stigma that he was just a Nigel de Jong type vibe guy. Who was just
Roy Keane
play ball.
Roy Keane is what Jordan Henderson and Liverpool fans think he is.
Oh, spot on.
That's what Roy Keane was, yeah.
Oh, that is spot on. That is spot on. Look, I'm not going to lie. I hated Keane for a long time. Micah Richards has made me like Roy Keane that little bit more, because it's almost like Micah Richards has pulled out this, almost like this, oh, the guy isn't as serious as you think. He's a little bit sarcastic at times, but
yeah.
As a baller, he was unbelievable. He was. However, that doesn't mean I want to see him play alongside Scholes as much as I want to see YAYA. I think just YAYA, Scholes, Silva, De Bruyne, there's nothing missing. Nothing.
Yeah. You know, Pac-Man, you're right.
You could take Roy Keane out of it and you're not missing Roy Keane.
No, you are, mate.
You're
honestly,
you're not. Can he put a cross in like De Bruyne?
Look at the goal. Look at the goals he scored.
Can he put a cross in like De Bruyne?
He could cross the ball. I'm not gonna start telling you games, but he could cross the ball. He could pass the ball.
Could he score a goal like Scholes, or could he score a goal like Scholes or YAYA?
He arrived late into the box. Yeah, he used to do that.
No.
He's saying whack.
Could he score a goal?
That's not his game. But if you look at what he brought to that team, like let me tell you about Turin, 1999, United going out of the Champions League. Yeah, he dragged that game by the scruff of his neck. A leader, got a yellow card early, was out of the final, knew he was out of the final, didn't let his head drop, didn't let the team suffer, and he dragged that team through with the help of his teammates. The guy epitomized. He took on from what Cantona left. He took on that leadership role, and he was the catalyst for that team. He's the best midfielder the Premier League's ever seen.
Right, so back to the questions.
He can't not be in that team. He's the best midfielder.
Back to the questions.
He's the best midfielder.
No, soup.
Yes,
this is United bias. This is United bias. Soups. You've seen the poll. Don't act like you haven't seen the poll, bro. So that will change in a second because the poll
shouldn't.
The poll is saying 60% De Bruyne over Ronaldo.
Come on.
Because you're playing him on the wrong side.
Look, I'm not playing on the wrong side. He played on the right. He played on the right.
Right. So basically, you're saying there should be more United players in there than City.
100%. 100%.
Convenient.
Not convenient, but in the start. Not in the
so
squad.
let me ask you again.
Not in the squad, but in the starting lineup.
Listen, I'm backing some of your players.
And I'm backing some of yours.
So, can Keane put passes together like David Silva?
He's not number 10, so no.
Okay, cool. Right, cool.
He could pass the ball. He could
No,
start.
he could, no. That wasn't the question.
Okay.
Can he score goals like Scholes or YAYA?
But no, you've got Paul Scholes there, so you don't need to do it.
And YAYA, right?
But you've got Paul Scholes there. So
can he put ball? I mean, right now, tell me who's crossing the ball like De Bruyne, because I'm not seeing no crosses right now. I'm looking about.
Ronaldo crossed the ball.
What, like De Bruyne? Fuck off.
Ronaldo could cross the ball.
Like no, like De Bruyne, like De Bruyne.
Who's your tackler? Who's the leader in that midfield? Who's the tackler?
Well, that's fine. Drop Ronaldo and put Keane in.
Who's sitting back?
Who's crossing the ball, bro? We need at least one crosser. Who's crossing the ball?
Ronaldo can cross the ball. Irwin and Walker are bombing on forward, crossing the ball. Come on.
No. Listen, one United player is coming out of this team.
There shouldn't be one.
There should.
Why is one United player coming out? There's no way you can have five. There's no way you can have 5 City players over.
What, and 6 United players? So there's more United players than no, bro.
Because he's the greatest team in the world.
No, bro. Keane should not be in this. Don't make me do a poll and make Keane look very silly.
No. Yeah, but you say that, yeah, but that means nothing because it's revisionism.
People never know.
But you've just said it yourself. No, you said it yourself. You agree with what people said against Keane. Roy Keane's the best midfielder the Premier League's ever seen. Best captain.
I didn't say that.
I'm saying it. But I'm saying that he deserves to be in that team. There's no way he can't be in that team.
He was good. But I'm talking about the balance of the team. And right now I'm looking at it thinking, do you know what? There's no absolute pinger into the... Ronaldo's not a crosser of the ball, bro. Come on.
He could look at him.
He could cross. I could cross. Put me there. I'll put a ball in the box.
He was a good crosser of the ball. He was a very good crosser of the ball.
Yeah. He was all right, isn't it? De Bruyne is a fucking bad boy crosser.
In this team, he can do it. He can do it. That team is bagging.
You decide out of one of them 3, but one of them's moving.
Absolutely
up to you.
not.
Who?
Absolutely not. Listen, I'm not getting rid of that midfield too. If you want to take a Ballon d'Or winner out, and I'm happy. Listen, I ain't gonna sit here all night.
Soup, see what? It's cool. Soup, remove Cantona, put Ronaldo up top next to Aguero, and put De Bruyne.
You're not doing that.
No, you can. Hold on. How do you?
You don't even let me finish. You don't let me finish.
No, I don't care. You can't just say. You can't come on here and just say no. There's gonna be 6 United and 4 City.
But listen, before you lose your gasket, listen to what I was going to say before you cut me off. I'm not gonna sit here and start saying that. I'm gonna sit here all night and I'm adamant this, and this. You've put a poll up. If you want to go with the poll and take out a Ballon d'Or winner, possibly the best player that's ever played, to put in, a Belgian Paul Scholes in, who's not that good, not as better as him, on that right hand side, just because he can play a cross or two. When there's a player that can do it.
Also, hold on. Final thing.
That's absolutely fine.
People in the comments, have you ever, forget the crossing, have you ever, and remember we've got Aguero and Cantona up top and Scholes getting goals from midfield. Apparently Keane can score some, but anyway. Have you ever seen Ronaldo get back and put the work in like you've seen De Bruyne get back?
When he was young, he did it, yeah. When he was young, he did it.
Once upon a time.
These goals started in his own half.
He's 30 and he's still doing it, bro.
And Ronaldo's a striker.
And it's part of the team. I know. And where did that get you last season?
Ronaldo was doing it last season. He was running back.
And that got you to where again?
Yeah, but that doesn't matter.
Well, De Bruyne was dragging us over the line from January.
That's a stupid thing to say, Daps, in terms of where did it get you?
Well,
you can't blame him.
You know what?
You can't blame him for the team being shit, can you? Do you know what I mean?
If I was comparing Ronaldo to, let me think, last season, who played Sterling, right? I'm talking about the player that captained our team, and when from February, I didn't know who was going to step up and scored pretty much every game and dragged us over the line. That's what De Bruyne did, right? At the age of 30, and you say, oh, but Ronaldo used to trap back when he was 20. I'm like, nah, I'm not really having it. listen, I'm not knocking Ronaldo, one of the best footballers of all time, but at United, not the same person. Play him for one of them three has to move out. I'm not having all three of them. For me, it should be Keane. But if you want to leave Keane there, that's fine.
I'm not getting rid of Keane. Keane can't go. He's unbelievable. He's unbelievable. But this is the thing where we've gone for that 4-4-2. If we'd gone for the 4-3-2-1, or even a 4, I don't know, a 4-3, I don't know, 4-2-3-1. It may have worked a little bit different, but
well, I mean, the poll has spoken, but I'm willing to go against the poll. But not with keeping all these United players in.
How can you say that though? Because they're the best players.
They're not. Keane shouldn't be in there, bro. Keane shouldn't be in there. Keane shouldn't be in there.
Keane should be in there.
Right.
Or who's over Yaya Toure? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Roy Keane's a bigger Premier League legend than Yaya Toure is.
Look, so
better Manchester United. He played in a better Manchester United team for a longer period of time.
The poll has ended, and it's 58% Kevin De Bruyne, 42% Soups. The poll's spoken. Ronaldo out, Kevin De Bruyne in.
I'm happy to do that. If you want to take a Ballon d'Or winner out, possibly one of the best players in the world ever.
Take him out. Salute to him at Real Madrid, but take him out.
I'm happy for that. But you can't take, that's a better midfield too in the Premier League era, so they 100% need to stay in. I know people are saying Ronaldo's a striker, but he wasn't a striker when he came to United. So, yeah. Or, Soups has said that if you want to take Ronaldo out, should we take Kompany out for Rio? We could do that as well, to be fair.
Who said that? Soups? What, the United fan? Oh, the United fan again.
Shout. That's a good shout, though. That is a good shout.
Because there's 2 United fans and there's 1 City fan. It's not a good shout, is it? It's not. Soups. So, change Ronaldo.
Yeah, take out the Ballon d'Or winner and put
Ronaldo on the bench. Put Ronaldo on the bench.
Put the poor man's Paul Scholes in. I think you should do that. That's what the poll has said.
And then on the bench next to him, if we could have Yaya.
And then Rooney has to be
Rooney.
on it. Yeah.
Rooney.
Yeah.
I think that is it.
I mean, the way you've shoot on 5 players in is scandalous.
Well, there's still 6 United players in there. The way you tried to have 7.
There should be 7.
Oh yeah, because the United fan says so.
I should not no because the United fan said so. Yeah,
and also Glynch that said City fan thinks Kompany's better than Rio. I didn't say it. He picked him. But thanks for the comment.
We both agreed on it. And I think balance. I'm not going to sit here and try and shoe on 11 United players in.
I would have put Rooney over Cantona still. But I do like Cantona next to Aguero. But I would have put Rooney in over Cantona.
Yeah, no, and this is me being a bit self-indulgent and being a bit selfish. And I want my
Keane.
Not with Keane. Well, yeah.
I mean, I do know Keane is your favourite player.
He's up there.
Listen, well, we've had a million conversations. I know he is. That's why he's in here.
But I'm looking at outside. Him and Scholes together were unbelievable, mate. And that midfield is deserves to have them both in.
Not Ronaldo. Unbalanced.
You're all right, if you say so.
It is.
You're trying to take the best midfielder out for Yaya Toure, who had like 2 good seasons. So what does that tell you?
Who?
Yaya Toure had like 2 good seasons for City.
Okay. Cantona had how many?
5.
All good. Missed quite a few games, didn't he? One of them.
For good reason. I back him.
Still missed him. Irrelevant. So
I back him 100% for it. But when he came back, what we do win the double? Yeah, I think we did. Yeah. So
a bit like when Tevez came back and took the Premier League off of you, man.
Yeah, we got it back soon after, so it's all good.
Once.
Once is all that matters. He was no longer there after that.
Then after that, what have you won since then? Remind me.
Keane technically did win a Champions League. He just obviously wasn't in the final squad. But
was he not?
Yeah, good try. He got suspended, didn't he, in the semi-final and dragged us through.
That's what I'm saying. Unprofessional.
Winner.
We already know people. We're going to get a lot of red cards in the middle of the pitch, but it is what it is.
Hey, listen.
Absolute scumbags, ruins people's careers and that, but it's fine.
Hey, it depends who you are. Depends who you ask. You say scumbag, or you might say a champion. Best midfielder in the Premier League.
That ruins people's careers. So, Soups. Is that it done? There it is. Right.
There we go.
The only issue is we don't have fullbacks. But, I mean, usually you would have more than 5 subs. But
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, you would.
I'm not being funny. That team is probably smashing everyone, but there's probably a Liverpool fan in here that will scream that the Liverpool team of the last 4 years would beat it.
Yeah, no one's touching it. It's strong in every department, to be fair.
I look at this. What Liverpool players of the last 5 years would get in there?
Not one.
Alisson, distribution and shot stopper.
Alisson, maybe.
Right, so Van Dijk.
No, I wouldn't have him over Rio, Kompany, or Stam.
Okay, so based on the fact you've got Stam and Kompany centrally, could you afford to put Trent in? Soups, take it away. No. Remove it right now. This obsession with Sterling is going too damn far. Remove it now.
I love it. I love him.
Thank you.
I love him.
I think you could afford to put Trent in at right back.
But I know he's improved a lot defensively, but
doesn't matter. The defense is so good. You can just have him pinging balls in, and then you might be able to take De Bruyne out.
Well, I'm happy with that. Bun Trent. I'm not bothered.
SILVA, I don't think there's anyone else in Liverpool's midfield you put in there over it. And then up top,
Thiago, no,
bro.
No, that's what I'm saying. I was just naming names. The
only other, would you find a way to put Salah in there instead of Cantona?
There's a. You could potentially go midfield 3 of Keane, Scholes, and Silva. Drop De Bruyne, Aguero, Ronaldo, and Salah.
Oh yeah.
I would say.
Because then you've got Trent pinging the balls in from the right. Yeah, I'd probably go with that.
Yeah.
So you'd have Alisson and Trent, and you might just about on the bench.
Mane?
You put Van Dijk on the bench instead of Ederson, because you'd have Alisson in goal. Anyway, I don't know even Liverpool. They're on my brain that much. I've just put them in the fucking team. That is mad. Anyway,
I know he never won a Champions League, but he was a catalyst to Manchester United being the best Premier League team of all time. So he was just the greatest. He's the king, and it doesn't matter if he won a Champions League or not. I think when he played for United, English teams were hindered in the Champions League. You could only have 5 foreign players or whatever it was. If you'd have played in the 99 team, I guarantee we would have won the Champions League as well. But
Boogerman, every time we put your picture up, could you please change your display picture?
That's gonna give me nightmares. That
I fucking can't stand seeing that man's face in front of me. The only other one is, look, everyone's saying, yeah, Schmeichel. I get it. I would have put Schmeichel in, but these lot have an issue with him for some reason.
I have a massive issue with him, and he'll never touch a greatest team of mine ever. I won't allow it.
That's sad, man.
It is, but it's because of his own actions, not anything I've done. So, blame the man, not the fan. That's all I'm going to say.
So when Ronaldo leaves you, are you going to blame him?
No, because have you seen the state of Manchester United now?
I have. Yeah. Long may it continue. Anyway, that is our combined 11 of Premier League.
Yeah, let us know in the comments what you think.
I think you were spot on. I would have De Bruyne drop to the bench, and then have Cantona, Aguero, and Salah up top, and have 3 in midfield. That would be.
I think you go Ronaldo, Aguero,
Van Dijk over Kompany. Behave.
Yeah, watch it.
Calm down. But yeah, that is it.
I'm happy with that. I'll take that.
Nearly got tense between us, bro.
Maybe on your side.
No, it didn't really. I just need. Do you know what was worrying me? That the fact that Soups is actually creating the artwork and he's a United fan. I'm thinking, if he's just going to ignore me and just keep putting up, nope. And slowly the City players just drop away.
Or the shirts just fade red a little bit. Yeah, that'd be sick. I enjoyed that. That was good. I've had fun. Big time.
Absolutely. Mane over Silva. Wow. Okay. You know what? Yeah, let's put Robertson over Irwin as well. And you know what? Let's put Matic over Stam. Best manager of all time, not Pep or.
Oh, we didn't pick a manager.
Oh, it's got to be Jurgen, right? It has to be. Best manager in the world.
Yeah.
And you know what? Let's bring in Curtis Jones for the generational talent of this team.
No.
Class of 92.
Harvey Elliott.
Generation. Absolutely. Listen, quad soon come. even though they lost 4-0 today. I'd like to thank you on behalf of the blue side of Manchester.
You're absolutely welcome. I'm happy to take it. I mean, we did a great job. We've shown them that they're not the greatest team in the world.
We look forward to
seeing tricky double Dutch Reds back on the march for the title.
Well, that's where I'll stop you. And you know, long may Nunes' finishing continue. You can also see him, Wigan, St Helens,
Leeds Rhinos, all of that. But yeah, guys, let us know in the comments. You've let us know already, but let us know your combined 11s. Who we got right, who we got wrong, who you'd like to see in there, who missed out completely. That's always a good one. I know Schmeichel's a hotly debated one, but yeah, for me, I just couldn't have him in there. If you are new around here, make sure you are dropping a like on the video, subscribing to Never a Foul, because we are bringing you the best football content on the internet right now, and you can't deny it. You know, you got myself, you got Daps, you got Cass, you got Man Like Soups in the background, and also Ty as well.
Yeah, and also shout out to Mo, who will be on tomorrow again. Mo is the newest member of the team, who's ball knowledge. I think the Double A and Mo show needs to start happening. Actually, have you seen Mo yet?
Don't think no.
He's Egyptian, but he lives in America. Yeah. He's an Inter fan.
Oh no, I think I've watched that. I've watched it.
He's a really good guy, really knowledgeable guy. I think you and him show would be good, very good. Yeah, man, definitely. He's going to be back on tomorrow. Gary makes it. But quick, yeah, listen. Yeah, go on.
Be a bit self-indulgent. Obviously, you may see there, I do Talking Kit as well. That's my channel with two other guys sitting there talking kit, the best football shirt content on the internet. There's 54 of you here now, so go and check out Talking Kit. I want to see 54 new subscribers to the channel, please. That would make 100. My absolute day. We just dropped a new episode today as well, episode 10. Spoke to a football kit collector who collects the most colourful football shirts. So yeah, go and check us out. It really would help us grow. So I want to see loads of subscribers coming through now. For
do you know what? When I was doing the thumbnail earlier and I was looking for pictures of, I think it was Aguero. I was trying, basically for me, I wanted Aguero, Silva, and Yaya in there. But because of the sizes, I was having to fiddle about with which ones. And I found a picture of Aguero and Silva, I think it was, in a purple City kit that I honestly cannot remember. And I was, bro, honestly, I was like, I don't remember us ever. And I often get the third kits because I actually like the third kits, yeah. And I was and a purple kit is kind of, if anyone knows the way I dress, it's probably the most up my street. And I'm looking at going, didn't see this one, but yeah. Are you gonna do a big show on Premier League kits of this season?
I think we're bringing full kit rankers back on the 24th of August. I think that's where we rank 10 shirts. We probably will do a Premier League one. Got a big massive guest lined up for that first episode, coming back with a bang. But yeah, we will do the kits of this season 100%.
I think you should look at all the kits and
definitely.
I think I don't even know if City fans, we haven't even released our second kit yet, have we? Actually, any City fans in here before we finish at the Haaland thing on Sunday? Was he actually officially unveiled as the number 9?
Yeah, he has been unveiled as number 9.
He has been, yeah? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he's number 9. Yeah.
No, but I don't know if we released the red and black one yet. I don't think we have.
No.
Anyway, we're moving as slow as you lot with signings.
Yeah, but at least it's yours. It's only kits, not players. Okay, so that'll do it for tonight. I've been Double A. He's been Daps. This has been a City United. Make sure you keep it never foul, and we will see you all very, very soon. Good evening and good night.